And there's gotta be a reason that you're speaking to me. And there's gotta be a reason that you're looking at me. I wish it wasn't in my nature, but I've got needs. I wish I liked another flavor, but when you're cool, you know I can't resist. I knew you was a proper mission, but you stir in my blood. I knew there's gotta be a mission, but I got needs. I knew you was a fucking mission. You grab my hand and pull me. I knew you was a fucking mission, and you never say please. I knew you was a fucking mission, but nothing left to see. I knew you was a mission. I knew that you were me. I knew you was a fucking mission, and you changed my identity. I knew you was a fucking mission, and I knew it gonna hurt me. I love it. Tell me what you need. I'm so eager to please, and I know you like to tease. I get down on my knees. She said, don't look at me. And if you seen what I seen, you would believe. I know it's all my fault. I got no one else to blame, and I climb a mountain to find it just a trash heap. And every time I'm with you, I feel worth 99 feet. I don't believe in love, but I like it when it hurts. I knew you was a proper mission, man. I knew you was a fucking proper mission. I knew you was a fucking mission, but nothing left to see. I knew you was a mission. I
What is up, all you lesbians tonight? This is a pro lesbian stream, dude. Pro lesbian stream. Dude, okay, so I was like thinking, all right, what do we do to stream on today? Like, is it gonna be multiple things? But then I went a looking, and there's a lot of like extraneous details that I kind of left out of this recent Gabbie Hanna stuff. I didn't go over what this auntie was saying. Okay, so I gotta go back and do that and talk about the book guy. Okay, why does Gabbie hate lesbians? Good question. We're gonna answer that today. I think it's just that she found God, dude. She got that new evangelical swagger, you know. Dude, you guys hear about the fucking parasite in 20 United States that is like making you shit, dude? We can't have, dude, it's gonna be the 250th anniversary and America is like falling apart, okay? The reflecting pool is filled with algae, all right? The disease that makes you shit yourself is running rampant through our streets, all right? Like, things are bad. Things are bad. We can't even have a hot dog in one hole and out the other. That's the problem. That's the problem. 4th of July coming up, and we're missing out on everything. We ain't making it to 300. I look forward to seeing the United Cities of America. You know, it'll be really great. Sam Porter Bridges is gonna help us. He's gonna reconnect the country. 250th anniversary Parasite celebration, dude. It was a good run. 250 years. Dog, America has been falling apart, and the shit yourself disease is the thing that makes you realize, yeah, because it personally affects me, you know. I've been eyeing all the flock cameras as I drive around. A lot of flock cameras, a lot. It's kind of crazy how many I've seen, but you know, that's for a different time. I do think it's really funny because my pops was caught speeding because of a flock camera. And he's like, nobody was around to give me a ticket. Why am I getting a ticket in the mail? This must be a fake ticket. And then we had to explain that they don't need to do that anymore. The police just have the ability to send you a ticket whenever you want. Whenever they want, really. So there's another thing. There's another thing that happened recently. I thought that was funny. But nah, no, Pops. Nah, I mean he shouldn't be speeding, you know. That's look, I'm not a car fan. All right, I'm not a car fan. But if we're stuck with them, let's not make these multi-ton death traps even worse for people, okay? Extra Emily. I'm looking at you, Extra Emily, with your fucking, was it Extra Emily? Who was the lady doing it? That Asian lady. Yeah, it was Extra Emily. Dude, Extra Emily caught again barreling down the road while she streams. I don't even know why this is a thing that people are doing, man. Like, I don't know why you would do this.
Bro, the Love and Deep Space fandom is on fire. Fire emoji.
I've been seeing stuff about Love and Deep Space. What is going on in the girly pop universe with Love and Deep Space right now? I saw something happen and everybody was mad. But first, this is Extra Emily. She was doing another driving stream. Look, I know that we can all see the Family Guy joke about Asian lady driver down there. All right, but like it just boggles the mind that she's living the stereotype on stream.
Lucky bitches. Oh,
and to clarify here, okay, what's absolutely astounding about this is that she is driving in Texas, okay? It's like all road, all right? So, dude, like this could be like a 4-lane road that she's like, oh, let me talk to chat and type on my phone while also driving and changing lanes. It's like, dude.
sorry. Okay, my bad. That was my bad. I gotta check my my.
You gotta, like, the laws as they stand now, she can't get ticketed for this. You should get ticketed for this. This is the equivalent of calling someone and holding up your fucking handset to your ear, dude.
Oopsies.
She's gonna learn she has a blinker. Her blinker has been on. Her blinker has been on. She's in the left lane with her blinker on, trying to turn left.
They wanted to add a new love interest, and some of the Chinese fans decided to send Cowpoop to Infold, and now they aren't added the new love interests.
Oh, okay. So people are mad they added a new gotcha boy to the game. Who wants less husbandos? Isn't the goal of that game to dress them up all nice and pretty while they tell you they're like when your menstrual cycle is happening? What?
It's fine. We are making it. Good thing they did their horn.
Good thing they did their horn. What the other alternative would have been that she just immediately ran into them and was caught in 4K. Like, I don't.
I had autopilot on and I literally took it off.
Oh, she had autopilot. Okay, here's another problem. My problem bubble has expanded, okay? All right? It's expanded from, like, distracted streamer drivers to people with Teslas that think that autopilot means that they could just do this all night, okay? And just completely ignore everything that's going on by staring at their phone and their stupid iPad and their Tesla, okay? Like the concept of autopilot is to make driving safer, but let's be clear, it has done nothing but make driving more dangerous, okay? You get an inclement weather with autopilot, all of a sudden it's like, I think I'm gonna drive off the cliff, right? Meanwhile, people are being like, oh, I have autopilot. I don't need to pay attention to the road. It's like, dude, there's various assortments of uncontrollable variables, of which I can assure you the AI system has not recognized yet, okay? Like it hasn't recognized that the clown car is passing by and all the clowns are leaving to go to the clown convention, all right? And their nondescript patterns are causing it to not understand that those are people, but rather think that it's a easily pass-throughable system, okay? And then all of a sudden, boom, you get a strike and you barrel down 10 clowns at a stoplight.
And then that's when that happened, bro.
Oh my god, dude. Insane. All of these, okay, this is another car complaint, but the more conveniences and features cars have, the more dangerous they have gotten. Okay, there was like a level where it's like, we're developing safety. And now it's like, well, what if we developed Ford to deliver you advertisements so you could be distracted by the screen while you're driving and the ads are targeted towards you? What if we made it a more distractible system? What if we knew when you were having sex in your car so we could fuck you over? What if we could do that? Would you like that, customer? Would you like to spend fucking $120,000 for a base model car that's overly expensive?
They also used the number 371 weather stories that is about human experimentation. Can the number 371 is banned because of unit 371 people got the government involved.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot going on with the gacha game ecosystem. That's pretty bad. I don't know how you roll that one by your cultural team, and then they don't edit that for the foreign market, so they don't accidentally create a bit of a war crimes faux pas, you know. Like I don't mind. I'm not totally anti-screen in a car, okay? My Jeep has a screen in it. It's a small screen. But I'll tell you what, it's much easier to control the climate system with my buttons than use the screen. But this whole idea of like, listen, we're going to take out all the buttons We're going to take out all this stuff. It makes it super dangerous, all right? Because I don't know where anything is, and I need to fiddle through stuff, right? When I'm changing the radio station, I got to touch a screen, and I've definitely been driving where I need to look down at the screen to touch, and I'm not looking at the road, and I've had, like, close encounters, all right? It's crazy, it's ridiculous, and Tesla is the worst for this, okay? They just make it disgustingly bad.
They replaced the number with a different one that is also linked to a massacre.
Okay, well, you know what? One time's a coincidence for that. Two times you're I don't know. It's a Chinese company. I don't know what they were doing. But the subscriptions for seat warmers is not even as bad as it could be. But like, there's so much. There's a guy that talks about how expensive cars are, and he makes like slop content where he's complaining about society. But he's like a car guy, and one of the things that he's like on about is how cars are like overly expensive, and how the laws that exist right now mean that I have to buy a car from a dealer where they want you to sign up for a predatory loan, and like the entire system is designed around putting you in a predatory loan from a car dealer. But I can't direct to consumer just purchase a car, right, from the manufacturer, which is insane, dude. Why can't I buy a car from the manufacturer? That's crazy, dude. I just want to buy a car from the man. Why can't I Amazon literally 40 gallons of lube, okay, and then do a slip and slide in my backyard and break everybody's neck, but I can't buy a damn Ford F-150 pickup truck? Not that I want a Ford. That's just the one that's coming to mind right now, right? Like, I don't know why. I don't know why that exists, right? Like, I saw there's like a new electric truck called like the Slate, and it's $25,000, which is actually cheap, right, for a base model, but it lacks a lot of like creature comforts of everything else, right? And there are people going like, well, this isn't very good. This isn't as good as those other ones. It's like, dude, people are buying trucks because they need to fucking haul their MacBook to their insurance job, okay? What the fuck is wrong with these guys? What, are you crazy? Are you stupid? Why are you buying a fucking truck to go to your office job? Like, are you mentally ill? Like, the payments on that, you are an insane person. Seat warmers are nice though. Like, my fucking back hurts. It helps. I have seat warmers. I can't imagine paying for them though, because they're not good enough to be worthy of a subscription. I refuse. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna drive this Jeep until the fucking wheels fall off, bro. Okay, there's no fucking reason to be buying a new car. I didn't realize how many young people, like Zoomers and Millennials, are buying cars and like getting in all these like insane, dude. Fucking like over 33% APR on like a car is like bananas, and you're like paying that right out the gate. It's like, oh, you get 8 months 0% financing, and then all of a sudden it's like 33% APR. It's like, what? Dude, like, you need that 0 APR window to at least pay down the loan to the point where you're just meeting the debt that you're accruing at the same time. There's no reason to be doing that with a car, okay? Cars, just the whole like buying a loan and all that shit is bananas, okay? I just want to be able to buy something with wheels that takes me to places. It's too expensive. I'm on like an entire tangent now from Extra Emily, but it's true. It's true. All right. If I'm mandatorily required by society to drive a car in the United States, the fact that a car is also the same cost as somebody's fucking mortgage is a huge problem. Okay. And you're not mad enough about it. Yeah. I see a lot of guys do the tax break thing for the car, right? They like register it as like a commercial vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see like a guy drives to an office and he's driving like a big fuck off truck. But the reality is it's like the cost of diesel and everything else. basically tax fraud. All right, listen, the entirety of the United States is built upon the ability for you to skirt around your taxes as best as possible. And the people who are the best at it end up at the top of the pile, which is a problem for a lot of reasons, but that's aside the point, okay? Ay. Fuck, dude. Fuck. All right. I'm just like ranting now. I'm just really hopping mad. I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about with the game that tracks your menstrual cycle, okay? I am a straight man. But if you guys are like Diesel, you need to talk about the Chinese gotcha game drama. You gotta like give me some stuff to go on here, aside from all these strange little anecdotes. But let's get into this. Okay, so I didn't cover this lady last time because I wasn't familiar with her baloney. Okay, but this Jen lady just seems to be like old opinionated auntie. She's got some interesting videos here, and I call her auntie endearingly. I'm not saying that as a way to like disparage her, but you know, one day I'll be old and somebody can call me young, you know what I mean? But like I scrolled through her channel to be like, who is this lady? Who is this? Understanding the age of consent. I don't got time for that. But I think I'm gonna click on that video. I can't even address. I gotta click on that video. I gotta click on that video. I did not see that there before. But then she also has videos like polyamory was a lot. Polyamory was exhausting. She wanted a girlfriend. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in this lady's life. You know, it's just her talking about her life. Or whatever she's doing. Okay. But I'm very curious what that means. And I gotta click on it. I'm sorry. We'll get to it. But this lady has some weird back and forth with Gabbie Hanna that we'll get to.
Where was I going with that? I don't know. I digress.
Okay, thank you.
Hope you're doing well. No, I am not back on YouTube, but I really wanted to address some things that I saw going on this weekend, and I was very vocal about it this weekend. I do not know these people personally. I really don't want to make this a drama video, so that's really not the purpose of this. I just want to address some of the things that I was seeing said on Twitter, which were alarming. Before I get started,
this was in 2019, by the way.
doing great. I'm really busy. I'm working today at home. Had to run a bunch of errands. Didn't really do anything with myself because I'm at home. Why am I going to put makeup on just to do a video? You guys take it or leave it. This weekend, there was a big ordeal with Trish Paytas, Brandon Cavillo, I guess is how you say his name, and Jason Nash and David Dobrik. I don't know.
Is this related to the thing where Trisha Paytas and like the Cody Co, like the whole thing where what's her face, Tana was 17 and fucked the much older Cody Co, right? Is this this?
Know these people. I guess I shouldn't speak on them because I don't know them personally, but I've been watching a lot of these people's shit since Vine in 2013. And for those of us that used Vine regularly, we all knew who these people were. I really don't want to drag Jason for his age because we're around the same age. And yeah, I have friends that are young. Y'all know I hang out with several people that are younger than me, but I feel like he just, I don't even know.
This is old. I clicked on this video that had the age of consent. And so I'm just curious to see what this lady's about.
I'm not going to talk shit about people on here, even though, yeah, I did some on Twitter this weekend. But, you know, I guess I'll leave that to other people's interpretation of how you feel about all of them.
Yeah, Auntie T channel.
I myself don't watch their videos. I find them immature and scripted and pretty stupid. But that's just my opinion, and somebody else might think my content is stupid. Other people might think I'm immature. Everybody is not for everybody. So I don't really want to talk that much about them and them personally. I know that there was a question that one of them is dating someone who was underage when they began dating. The main issues that I had this weekend with all of this was, first of all, when you have a man that is in his late 40s, almost 50 years old.
Okay.
I sent an article
Thank
in
you,
Drama
thank
Chat
you.
if you want to read it later.
I will get educated for my girly pops. Okay, so does anybody want to refresh my memory over who Unc Jason Nash was dating? That was this can somebody give me a tweet-sized recollection of this 6-year-old drama, please?
On film, continuously trying to talk a 20-year-old into a threesome. I find that
So if I think Trisha, okay. So this was when Trisha accused Jason Nash of fucking with someone underage. Is that the it's where the "he fucked me with a toothbrush" quote came from.
that gross. I understand that 20 years old is that you can consent at that age, legally. I understand all of that. My problem with it is that it's gross. What are you doing? It's not that you are actually attracted to this.
Well, like, if they're 20 and he's 40 and there's like the toothbrush is from Tana. Okay, so that's a different one. We're getting our wires crossed.
A video from 2019. That was on Lu 2 years ago, right? Right, Diesel. It was only 2 years ago.
Half a decade ago.
This girl in a way that is organic, if you will. As much as I hate that.
I don't know, man. How do you broach the 7 years on? How do you broach the do you want to have a threesome conversation? If you're a 40-year-old man, how do you do that without being the most disgusting person in the universe, right? I mean, I don't even know how you do that on a regular basis. I don't know how threesomes happen. I don't know how people go, let's have a threesome. You guys all playing Monopoly and you're like, I think I'm bored. You guys want to all fucking bang?
Word used in this context. It's not like he honestly has an interest in her and she has an interest in him and they could both consent and have sex. It's not that. It's just that everything they do is for views. Everything they do is for numbers. Everything
Your brother's doing a threesome for views? That's crazy.
they do is for shock value. And I just...
Lust is the hell of a sin. It might be legal in the eyes of the law, but in the eyes of God... big problem.
I think it's gross. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of other people find it gross also. Add the other part in that he is in a relationship with someone. Why is he doing this? But that's really not the main point.
6 or 7 years on from now, the comedy of this person then saying that they were in a poly relationship later is not lost on me.
Of my video either. My point is, I don't know how old Brandon's girlfriend was when they started dating, but from all the evidence I've seen, she was 17. Okay, other people were detectives this weekend, but this vlog was from the 23rd of February in 2018. And it says that he just started, dating this girl.
Is Brandon good at sex?
Honestly, yeah.
So here you can see in March 2016, she turned 16 years old, which means in February...
Well, when two people love each other and they know a bisexual...
2018, when she and Brandon started dating, she would have been 17 years old. You do the math. I'm not a math teacher. Sorry. Let's just say she was. I don't know these people. And honestly, this video is really not about him and her. This video is about the things I was seeing being said on Twitter about that age difference. I saw a lot of people saying that's really not that big of an age difference. I saw a lot of people saying things like, well, if she was 27 and he was 34, it wouldn't be a problem. But why is it a problem if she's 17 and he's 24? It's very...
Oh, brother. It's always like this one where it's like a guy in his 20s and then a girl who's like 17, and then everybody's got to deliberate upon the specifics of the situation. I feel like I vaguely remember this, but I don't remember well enough to know,
It's simple and very easy to explain, but people don't want to accept this, and that's the part that I'm confused about. The law of California says that the age of consent is 18 years old. So for anyone who is arguing this on Twitter, your argument is invalid. Your argument doesn't count. Why? Because that is the law. Laws are put in place for reasons. There's rationale behind every law. The age of consent in California is 18. So it doesn't matter if she loved him and he loved her. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter who you stand. It doesn't matter who you like to watch on YouTube. The law is the law.
It's crazy that this was like a debate back in the day, you know, because it's not like it's not even debatable. I mean, she's on point there where it's like it doesn't matter the eccentricities of the situation. But I guess like it's one of those things where it's like by the time everybody had an issue with it, it was already so post the event happening. It's like it didn't undo anything. It's like a lot of the stuff that was undone around David Dobrik was stuff that was more recent, right? This was just like one of those black marks that was added on to the checklist rather than being the specific thing, right? From what I recall regarding David Dobrik and the drama that ended up surrounding him at that time, right? Where people were applying those very, like all of these events that happened and then saying how it was directly related to David Dobrik, when in reality, it's like, this is like a separate other thing.
Is the law. That's it. There's really no argument. It's not legal. I don't really know how else to explain that. And if you want to tell yourself that it's okay, you're delusional. Like you're having delusions. If you really believe that it's okay for a 24-year-old man to date a 17-year-old girl and have sex with her, then do it openly. Say in a video, she's 17, I'm 24, we're having sex. I urge you to do that publicly and see what comes of it. I don't know what's going on in the world to where people are just delusional all around. It's why I don't watch the news. I usually get my news, as bad as it might sound, from Twitter, because at least
I agree with your sentiment. Okay, I agree with the sentiment of that having a debate about the age of consent to defend your favorite tuber is crazy. But that thing about I don't watch the news. I get my news from the internet. It's not good. It was 2019, guys. It was 2019. It was a different universe. It was a different universe back then, okay? We didn't even have blue sky back then. It was a different world.
if I see something pop up, then I can go research and go Google it and go look and see, is this true? Is this real information or is this bullshit? I don't understand.
You gotta do your own research, man. You gotta do your own research.
Convolute things and twist things to constantly fit their desires and wants and needs and to rationalize things. There seems to be a lot of evidence that she was 17 when they started dating. Do I see a huge problem with that? I don't know. I don't know her personally.
What do you mean? I don't know. You can't have such a strong opinion on it and then go, yeah, like you can't go all the way to the edge and then not do a dive into the pool. You know what I mean? It's like she's right there, right? It's like, yeah, it's illegal. It's bad. It's wrong. It's illegal. Me personally, I don't know. It's like, you get all the way up there and you're like, I think I'm going back. I think I'm going down the ladder.
Know her maturity level. I don't know him personally. I don't know his maturity level. All I can go by is what the law says. And if you think that it's okay, even though that's the law, if you think it's okay to be doing what you're doing, then do it openly. Why is it a secret? I urge you.
Yeah, she jumped back on the fence, dude. She jumped back on the fence. Yeah. Oh, that was funny. All right, look, let's get into the fucking Gabbie Hanna video. All right, that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. This is the real meat and potatoes. She's somebody that seems to very occasionally comment on tea, this lady. So she also seems to have some personal relationship to Gabbie Hanna. So we're going to figure out what her relationship to Gabbie Hanna is right now.
Naysayers say you have to leave it in the past. All of these people haven't spoken about you in years. But the thing about slander is it's not a single attack. Slander is
I don't, what if, like, I feel like if Gabbie Hanna just started making content again and didn't keep going on this, like, perpetual self-flagellation tour, that she wouldn't be in the position that she's in, okay?
Designed to ruin your life. It's designed to ripple into
threesomes happen when the grossest, greasiest guy you know wants to practice cheating on his GF.
every single facet of everything you do. It's meant to ruin your reputation. So it's not something that, well, that happened to you years ago, you got to get over that. No, slander is an ongoing attack. Are people tagging Jen in it? Like, are people tagging Jen being like, hey, did you this little girl? This cannot come from me, Gracie. I just found the tweets. Make that shit go fucking viral.
Dude, I hope that girl responds so much. Or whoever that person is responds about that little girl. It's so fucking crazy.
I mean, when there's an accusation, it gets pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed on me. So like maybe it needs to get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed on her.
Yeah.
See if she finally responds to it. See if people pick up on it.
Gabbie Hanna's amazing because this is the most incriminating footage you could be filming about, oh, this bitch is going after me. Well, what if I did the same to her? Girl, it's one thing if you're in a Discord call and the other guy's recording, but to record yourself and hold your phone and say that is definitely a certain kind of strategy, I guess.
Yeah. I think she's seen it.
Maybe tag people like Primink or Shannon or Not Another Drama Channel, that SM Creep Show. Like, maybe start tagging them in that shit.
Dude, fuck all these people. I really hope this person has some type of like evidence, which I'm sure they don't.
The theory is that the random tweet she found was actually her making a throwaway account and tweeting it because it maybe had 36 views when she had it.
Like, that would have been years ago.
Yeah,
right?
Creepshow mentioned is fucking horrifying to see.
Right? Like, if Jen Dent was like being little girls, it would have been years ago. Like, what receipts are there?
None.
But I'd love to hear the story.
Hey everybody, long time no see like this. I don't really do videos anymore, hence the laptop setup. I tried to do my camera, that did not work. I never thought I would make this video.
Man, Gabbie Hanna drama makes me feel young again. Can we also relitigate Ghosty's fake dead mom too? I'm not gonna lie, it was a better time. It was a better time, dude. Wasn't he talking about how that guy with the fake dead mom, he was like also like showing his penis to people or something? Wasn't that happening too? Was he just like mad horny all the time? I vaguely remember that.
Thought that I would actually get my hands on the information that allowed me to make this video. This video has been a long time coming, at least 6 years of me thinking about this and knowing what I knew, but not being able to prove it. It's been very difficult. I'm filming this video on June 13th. This all started the week of June 5th. It
was on Juneteenth.
Was, I think, Wednesday that I saw that Alyssa Perrine had put up a video saying that she has left the Gabbie Hanna fandom. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I skimmed through it, as usual, Alyssa not taking any accountability or responsibility for anything she's done in the past. It's always somebody else.
Isn't that girl like 19? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. She's like not that old. And she was taking responsibility. What? What are you talking about? I watched that video. I watched the whole video. What do you mean? I just know this lady runs those star credits like the Navy. Am I like misunderstanding what she just said? Is it just that I'm like misinterpreting what just came out of her mouth? We watched that video, chat, from that young lady who was like 19, right? Talking about her time in the Gabbie Hanna fandom when she was like a fucking child, right? Like, you're too old to be getting... Alyssa Perrine is 24 years old. Okay. Okay. All right. My follow-up to that was she definitely was taking responsibility for some of her behavior and also discussing what it was like to be a fan when she was a minor in that community. How culpable is a minor for acting like a little piece of shit in a community? Right? Because if you're like fucking 15, 16, rolling around in a community being a little shitter, you're fucking 15, 16, bro. You don't know shit about shit. I'm not gonna hold you to the fire, okay? I don't understand. She was like 18, 19. I very clearly remember that she was talking about it from the perspective of being a minor in that community.
fault, right? I sent that video to Jesse, and Jesse immediately texted back and was like, no fucking way. Wasn't she the worst one? Wasn't she the ringleader? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So we saw the video and we were like,
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's put this into perspective here, chat. These are the T people. These are the T people. There's a reason that Xylee left. Say what you will about commentary, when they're like conniving schemers and like mad, right? They are like at least like they're mustache twirling, okay? People like drama but on steroids. I thought she left because she saw her running dry. That's true. That's part of it. Absolutely. Alyssa Perrine was 18 when all this happened. Okay, damn.
whatever. Now, the reason Jesse...
Here's the thing. How much culpability are we putting on that, right? Being 18, running around with like... I'll watch the video again. I'll do it. I'll watch it again. All right? I think a lot of these people act like fucking, like, almost weirdly puritanical about all this shit, okay? They take it too fucking seriously, all right? I think they're clownishly ridiculous with how, like, mean muggy they are. Do you think I give a fuck if this grandma feels, like, hurt that this fucking big-ass young lady was being a bitch on Twitter? I don't know why you would be giving a shit. I don't like how, okay, here's another way to put it. How, what should we do to her, right? What should we do to her, right? If she was really that bad and she was mobilizing these stands to make people's lives miserable on the internet, what do we do to her? Seriously, serious question, right? What do we want, right? If she's gotten better now and she can admit that her being in that fandom was a problem, right? Then she's made amends. Unironically, what do you want me to say that should be done to her? What should we just round her up and hang, draw, and quarter her? Like,
acted the way she did, and so
it's not about that. It's about the fake rape allegations being spread about Jen. Yeah, which come from Gabbie Hanna, from what I hear. Alyssa is basically Cody Rants. Okay. But that doesn't change my question. What should we do about her? I'm serious. You could say whatever. You could say, I don't know. Right? But I want you to suggest a punishment. Right? What do we do about people who are shitty in a drama? Okay? Especially when we're years on. Right? What's the statute of limitations here? What do we do with them? Right? Because Cody Rants got their time in the sun and got their proverbial 40 lashes. But what do we do in this regard, right? Send her to the coal mines. 40 years hard labor. Cody is still making content. I mean, that's all of them, right? Like, nothing really ever kills anybody, right? You just gotta do it.
Other people were like pointing out this video by Alyssa. The reason for that is because Alyssa made herself well known during the whole Gabbie versus Jesse debacle for all those years. She made sure she was front and center at all times when it came to defending Gabbie, when it came to getting on Twitter and just arguing with everybody. It was an ongoing thing with Alyssa that a lot of people knew about. It was like Thursday, I think, that Vangelina Skov put a video up responding to that video by Alyssa. And I checked it out. Mostly I was reading the comments while watching the video. I was seeing a lot of people say, yo, this is not correct. Like, Alyssa is an actual psychopath who fucking harassed the shit out of people for years. We sat and watched this happen. And as I'm watching Vangelina's video, I'm getting annoyed, right? I mean, I hate to even use the word because I know everybody loves to make fun of it, but it triggered me. It was like,
okay, so this Alyssa girl is actually a secret psychopath. Okay, and she was gathering the minor masses to go fuck over people that were antis against Gabbie. If I am to hear that correctly.
No, this girl has been an absolute fucking psychopath, harassed the shit out of me for years, and you guys are sitting here and allowing her the opportunity to pretend she didn't do any of this shit? Was that
So okay, so unironically, like, are you able to move on from like being a piece of shit when you were 18? Like, if you're 24 now, and you were annoying at 18, can you move on from that? Is that okay? Are you allowed to, or like, when does the statute of limitations end? Right? If she's not a piece of shit now and she was a piece of shit then, what do you do? Right? Now I know there is a one guy who just wants to complain about it, but in the same breath, this is the thing that I bring up all the time when I cover drama, right? People are like, well, they were this way at this time. Okay, so what do you want to do? Like they've gotten their licks. What do we do next? Do they move on? Do they vanish from the internet? What do you think is the punishment? Right? I was a completely different person at 18, right? I was a completely different person at 18. I'm a completely different person now at 28. You know? A fucking decade passed between that. Like, so I've changed as a person. I was a different person at 24 too.
at the end of the video when Evangelina started going through the comments on Alyssa's video that she was like, yeah, no, this girl is something's off. And I did apologize in the comments. I am sorry for going off the way I did, but truly, it's been a long time of harassment from her. I was getting a lot of messages too on Twitter. I call it Twitter. I was getting a lot of messages on Twitter, on Instagram. I was getting messages on Facebook of people that remembered Alyssa and were like, yo, did you see this video? And I'm like, yeah. Also in the comments of Evangelina's video, a lot of people were saying, if this is upsetting you, you're going to be really pissed when you see Adam
Medley
McIntyre's
Sage
video.
of Wins became a member. At Medley Sage of Wins celebrates 16 months of membership. Chat Weaver saw we worried about him. He good. Thumbs up emoji.
Like, what? So I go to look, there's no video by Adam McIntyre, but all day I'm being told you're going to be pissed when you see his video because he sympathizes with her and says none of this is her fault. She's completely innocent. She was a kid when all this happened. And I'm like, she absolutely was not. She was an adult. She was 18 when all this started. She's 24 now. And so that's 6 years of her being a constant little gnat, just buzzing around me, a little mosquito, just nipping.
So from the time of 18 to 24, was she like harassing you is really the question. You know, that's really the question. Because I'd want to see that to know for sure. You know?
Just been nonstop. These years have not been fun for me. Anybody that always says, oh, you get online and you talk about Gabbie all the time, or you only get online to talk about the stands. Yeah, I have a job. I'm a nurse. Y'all didn't take that from me. Even though you tried, that is what this video is about. I'm going to prove what you guys did. I'm going to prove what Gabbie did. But these years have not been fun for me. I would rather not do this. I'd rather not talk about this. And that's why I'm making this video, and I want it to be the last fucking time.
Like if this Alyssa person is like this now, if she's like this now, I want to see evidence of that. Right? You can't just like assumedly this is 40 minutes long, right? But if it's all stuff from like fucking when this chick was fucking 18 and there's like a big gap in between when the behavior stopped and started, then that'll change it up, right? Obviously, if she was spreading false rape allegations 4 to 5 years ago, that's a fucking problem. Absolutely. Nobody's saying it's not, right? But what I'm saying is now, this many years on, how long has it been going on? What are the specifics of this, right? What do we do, and when does grace be allowed to be given, right?
I talk about the stands, I talk about Gabbie, or any of this shit. I'm so fucking
When do
exhausted from it.
lesbians
It is the middle
come
of
into the equation? So Gabbie's like conniption. She mostly talks about Gabbie from here. So she's just going to say it and expect me to just believe it. I'm a fucking stranger coming into this drama. All right, look, I'm doing the thing where Jar's like, where Jar be like, where's your evidence for this? Clearly, this is not the point of the video, but if Alyssa is such like a bad actor, I want to know why, right? So like somebody should do a video on that. And so far, all of the videos have been like, this girl has changed. This is, you know, she's no longer a stan. She's talking about what the inner machinations of the stanhood are like.
2026, and I'm still trying to get over shit that happened in 2025. I don't have the time or inclination for this shit. I'm exhausted from this. I'm fucking sick and tired of it, and it's gonna stop. I saw the video from Evangelina, and I made some videos of my own. I put them on YouTube. They're still up, and I also posted those videos on Twitter, and I also tagged Alyssa and said, why did you even bother making this video? Your ass is getting dragged in the comments. People remember you. I should have known better, because what did that do? That opened the door for Alyssa and maybe a handful of her friends who she says it's not her. I'm convinced it's her talking to herself, but then again, you know, there are a lot of crazy people out there. She has got a few friends and herself. They have been trolling me nonstop since
Okay. I'm not on this lady's side. Gabbie Hanna's a piece of shit, and if those things happen to her, absolutely. Big fucking problem. Big fucking problem. I absolutely sympathize with being wrongfully accused. I understand that. But you can't willfully engage with the drama and then go, I'm being attacked by the trolls, and then say it on the internet. That is how you get trolled by random shitters. Do you not understand how many people would take that as like, oh shit, we got her. Let's milk her more. That's exactly what they want. Like, you're doing exactly what they want.
About June 5th, and today is June 13th. I have had my job threatened. I have had them say they're going to call the State Board of Nursing. They have threatened my pets. And then there's always the video edits that come of me being compared to farm animals, me being called old, me being...
You're always gonna get the old stuff. Like, let's be real. You're like a older person who's making videos about tea on the internet. Xylee be getting it all the time, brother. You know, it's something that you're just gonna have to live with. You know, we all have a cross to bear. I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm sorry. I'll try and lay off the auntie jokes. Just know that they don't come from some cabal of white women. They come straight from the fucking dome up here, all right? But you being compared to farm animals is not unsurprising, considering internet nomenclature. So
being called fat, me being called ugly. It's nothing new. It's just the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, you can block them. They make new accounts. Alyssa has multiple accounts. Just search her name.
Alyssa Crave, non-binary interrupted Alyssa Perrine stan account. So that's somebody claiming to be a stan, but probably her. Okay. Alyssa Perrine updates. This is like literally a Glup Shitto account, so this all must be either her or a friend or something. Alyssa Perrine is actually kind of famous. Okay, sure.
On Twitter, you'll see what I'm talking about. So there's no need to block them. You can mute them, but they still find new ways to get you. If they can't get you on Twitter, they'll come to your YouTube. If that doesn't work, well, they'll just go to your Instagram or your TikTok. It doesn't matter. I could get offline, but I mean...
Girl, you too old to be allowing the opinions of people so young to dictate your actions.
Should I have to? Like, this is a long time. And it's
yeah, here's a list of things that bother me. Yeah, that's a great idea.
still going. So then Adam McIntyre, in his infinite wisdom, decides to take the video that apparently he had done.
Okay, so this lady has decided, I'm going to make zero friends in this drama. I'm going to complain about Adam McIntyre. I'm going to complain about this strange other woman. I'm going to complain about Evangelina Skov. Look, all right. I'm not saying that you need to play like a game of geopolitics in terms of drama, but if you feel like you're going at it alone, maybe you want to hedge your bets and take a side that could back you up. You know, like you if the stuff that Gabbie Hanna did is as bad as you will be claiming it is, then you could very easily be rallied behind. But when you start throwing shade at every single person who could possibly rally behind you, you lower the chance of that person coming to your aid, right? Obviously, people like Evangelina Skov or Adam McIntyre have an incentive to talk about drama, but how they talk about it could be dictated by other players in it, right? They could do something else.
Live to
Jen is fine. She's deaf older and doesn't play by the drama community norm. I mean, sure, it seems like she is doing a lot of things that like are the kind of things that get you trolled by strangers on the internet, is what I'm hearing, you know.
An audience who was telling him he was wrong, he decided to then post that video on YouTube. So I think that was Friday. I can't really remember, but that gave Alyssa even more leeway and excitement and stardom and all that stuff. So she could just spend the whole rest of the day coming at me all day long from every fucking angle because Adam gave her license to do that.
Can you show that, please? Or I'm just gonna have to go look for it? Is that it? Like, show me this chick being a bitch, dude. I got no horse in this race, okay? I met that chick one video ago, all right? Her room was messy, man. You know what they say? Messy room. Get the broom. I don't know what they say. But if that's the case, show me, man. Show me. I want to know.
video down later on Saturday afternoon, as he should have, and to this day he has not corrected himself or said anything. Adam, you know, I've watched your channel. I like you. I think your channel's cool, but you don't have to put a video out every day. You could take a break. You could research what you're talking about before you put it up, because somebody like you who has
to be that guy, I don't know who you are, lady, but you need to give me a little something. She's very Gen X boomer lady who talks shit. Yeah, well, this is a boomer unfriendly zone. I'm sorry.
as big of an audience as you do, you have a responsibility to look into what it is that you're posting. You posted a person.
This girl is so emotionally mature. Next video, I don't know, man. Her room was messy. Like I said, if the chick was like, she was talking about it where she was the video, she was talking about it where she's like, you know, we were being kind of led around and there was a lot of incentive to act a certain way in this community, which we all know is stuff that we've seen before, okay? We've seen all that stuff before. It's not like it's fucking new. Yeah, no shit a stan community isn't going to allow dissenter thinking, all right? Yeah, no shit. When the fucking YouTuber interacts with the stans, there's going to be more of an incentive for the stans to act a certain way. We all know those things. Absolutely. And her being like, I was doing that and it was bad. And then going, yeah, that was bad. I'm not like that now. Yeah, that's it. That's as much emotional maturity as you could expect. What the fuck are you supposed to do after that? Like, unironically.
Who has harassed me, who has forged my name, who says I doxed them, who has absolutely said some of the most horrible shit to me and my friends and done some of the most horrific shit, and you gave her an audience and you said that none of it was her fault. And to this day, you still have
like who knows? Maybe she's like another Rose Malay type, okay? I could, if I squinted my eyes, I'd be like, that's Rose Malay, right? But I don't know. I don't know
anything else about it. Not that I expect you to, but I have to say that you posting that video really did spark a fire in me that put me into motion, and a lot of things have happened because of it. But before I get into everything that has happened after the video was put out, let me refresh everybody's memory on Alyssa and how I met Alyssa and how I
please do, because we've spent 8 minutes of preamble and I'm so ready to be like, damn, this bitch fucking crazy. Okay, I'm waiting. You have me on the ropes here. I'm not on your side. Win me back.
Even know who the fuck she is in the first place. I'm not even going to try to remember what was going on between Gabbie and Jesse at this specific time. It was summer 2020. We're on Twitter a lot.
Does that make Jen Brad taste in music? Yeah, sure, man.
A lot going down, and yeah, I ran my mouth constantly. I'm never gonna even say anything different. I have always talked shit about Gabbie because Gabbie deserves it. Gabbie is a piece of shit. Gabbie is the worst fucking person on this planet. So yeah, I was talking a lot of shit on Twitter, and there were a group of stans that were just absolutely asinine crazy. The main one that I remember is Alyssa. There was a girl named Skia. There was somebody named Tyler. There was a Monica. There was a Lisa, and then there was Gracie.
I'm sorry. What are we doing? What are we doing? 24 followers, fucking 5,000 follower, apparent 29-year-old.
There was somebody named Tyler. There was
fucking 4 follower Andy, dude.
The Monica. There was a
I can't even see the followers on that.
Lisa, and then there was Gracie. And we're gonna
account removed.
I talk about Gracie in this video, but Alyssa was just off the chain from the very beginning. I mean, she just never stopped. It was nonstop, boom, 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 all day. If you blocked her, she made a new account. That's how I got to know Alyssa in the summer.
Show me the tweets.
20 when everything was really
in the summer of 2020. So 6 years ago. Okay.
Coming to a head between Jesse and Gabbie, and there was just so much shit going on, and Alyssa was just front and center, just constantly.
So what you're saying is that Alyssa was being a piece of shit 6 years ago, like her video where she discussed. Okay.
Again, harassing, trolling, saying the nastiest shit, talking about shit she had no idea. They all do that. They all talk about the Gabbie and Jesse situation as if they were physically present in every room of every situation that went down. They know more than anybody. You can't tell them shit. And throughout all
I would not be surprised if a stan does that, honestly, but you know, when was this video posted? 9 days ago.
I saw that she does music, and I use that term very, very loosely.
No fucking way she does music. Oh my god, is this Rose Malay too?
She had some music videos up, and so I went and looked at one of them, and my god, and I ended up posting.
This lady is like, this fucking 18-year-old is harassing the shit out of me. Anyway, I went and I found her music, and it was bad, so I posted it and made fun of it.
it and just like saying, oh, this is a bop or whatever. I eventually was like, I'm just kidding. This is absolutely fucking horrible.
What are you, so like, why do you, what, dude, if you beef it, this is like a mutual beef. This is a mutual beef. Okay, like this has changed. This has changed completely. The dynamic of this is changing with every sentence. That is bad though. That is awful. That's awful. Diesel, watch out. She's gonna come for you next. Bye, 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 bye.
And it made her so mad that she, first of all, says that I told her to kill herself, which absolutely did not happen. I invite you to find that screenshot. Did not tell her to kill herself, but she got so mad about me posting her music that she decided to send me a cease and desist. And instead of me telling that story, I'll just let Alyssa tell it.
I released a new song and Jenna told me she liked it. She then went and claimed it was shit and that she shared it as a joke. From this point on, she started talking about my bad singing and kept posting my song, which is my own intellectual.
I'm sorry, but this is, you're beefing. This Jen lady is beefing with somebody who's so young she shouldn't even give it the time of day. Why are you giving this time of day? What, are you kidding me? I sorry, maybe I'm too steeled against internet bullshit, right? Because like I've dealt with some of the most despicable little gremlins possible. Right, so like I hear this and I'm like, another day at the office, you know. I'm sorry, but like you can't expect me to be like shedding a tear for this lady, okay? When it seems like she is in a mutual beef with this random other person on the internet, okay? And I'm supposed to give this Jen lady grace, dude. She's fucking old enough to be my mother, like.
Property. On August 10th, I sent Jen a cease and desist for intellectual property, and on August
Which is also corny as hell.
11th, she responded with her signature. Jen likes to tell
ain't neither this fucking child isn't going to court with this auntie, bro. It's not happening. This is all fake. Neither of you are going to court. All right, I know that's 5 years ago, but this child doing this. Okay, not child. Okay, because I could see a T channel mincing my words. I'm acting colloquially here, okay? This 18-year-old is not taking you to court. This 18-year-old doesn't know shit about shit, okay? You're not gonna go to court for making fun of her fucking song on TikTok, and you're not gonna pull this lady into court over a joke about your song on TikTok.
As if I forged her name onto a cease and desist. But what she always fails to realize is that she sent her email titled response with an attachment. I advised a legal notary, and I advised a lawyer after the fact just to make sure.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I don't believe that for a second. You're lying through your teeth, girl.
I was in the clear. On August 12th, Jen sent me a cease and desist for defamation. In this, she asked me to, and I quote...
Yeah, okay, all right. Guys, are we seriously gonna give this lady any grace? I could give neither of them grace. That's fine by me. I don't really give a shit about this Alyssa motherfucker at all. All right? This is corny. There's no fucking reason for either of them to be beefing to the point where they're like, I'm gonna go to court. Let's go to court. And both of them are sending legal notices to each other. Neither of you are going to court. One of you lives in your fucking parents' house. Okay? And owns like what? Maybe a used car? No, you're not going to court over your fucking dog ass shit song. Get out of here, girl.
Please find attached and request to cease and desist defamation, slander, and or libel. Details are in the documents.
You shouldn't have beef with someone who wasn't even conceived when you first started getting AARP checks.
And send it back to me. My lawyer is involved now. Thanks. I replied by telling her to kiss my ass. She replied by telling me I had 10 days
okay, all right, dude. Okay, are we seriously gonna be treating this like this Jen lady isn't in a mutual beef with Alyssa 5 years ago? Because the entire interpretation that Jen has given up until this point is that the beef was that Alyssa and her cronies, at the behest of Gabbie Hanna, were spreading false rape allegations about Jen, okay? But so far, I'm 11 minutes into this video, and everything has pointed to Jen was sitting around arguing with an 18-year-old on the internet and threatening to go to court. Are we seriously going to be shedding a single fucking tear for this lady?
Sign it when it comes to my door. This confused me because first off, she doesn't have my home address. And second, mail? What? You have my email. You can do literally what I did. It is just as valid.
If you want to serve someone, you need to serve them. But you wouldn't know that because you're 18.
binding. And I just want to say, just
Yeah, the
because-
amount of people who contacted her job is def bad. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That goes too far. Dude, T people always be breaking the standard where it goes into real life. But in the same breath, it seems like all the usual standards for every group now, right? Now anything you do online can always go back and affect your real life, which is a problem, right? There used to be a standard that wasn't the case. It stayed online. But these days, with so many people online, the expectation now is that'll go and impact your real life, and it absolutely shouldn't. If Jen wants to spend her free time beefing with people on the internet, she should be allowed to do that. That's her God-given right. If she's good at her job and she's good at taking care of people and she's an amazing nurse, she should be allowed to do that, okay? Who she is at her job is different from everywhere else. As long as she does a good job as a nurse, it's nobody's fucking problem, right? And the people who would know that are the doctors and other nurses that she works with.
you don't agree or like someone does not mean that a notary, 2 lawyers, all of them are lying. Like, the evidence is all right here.
A notary, a lawyer, all of them are lying. I don't even believe that there's a lawyer involved in this personally, but, you know, that's just me.
Either continue to say it's fake, or you could just accept that I sent you a cease and desist.
Nobody said you didn't send me a cease and desist. I said you forged my name on that cease and desist, you fucking clown. So there's that story about her forging my name. And yeah, a cease and desist, how valid could it be, whatever. But she actually cut and pasted my signature onto that document. And in that document was like a list of things I had supposedly done, like offenses, and then a list of things that I agreed to. And she put my name at the bottom, and that just was not cool with me. So,
like, but then that, obviously that wouldn't be admissible or enforceable in the slightest because you didn't sign it.
His other claim on me is that I doxed her, and rather than
Grandma's hogging the family Wi-Fi to beef with the college student online.
I'm guessing we haven't watched Gabbie's video messages yet, lol. I saw the video messages at the beginning of this. Unless there's more that I'm missing. This was the video that, like, popped off about Jen regarding Gabbie Hanna. If there's something I'm missing, feel free to put it in drama chat in the server. I'll gladly take a gander at it, of course. But, like, in the same breath, it's like, I fully believe that Gabbie Hanna perpetuated a false rumor about Jen because she was mad that Jen was saying stuff about her on the internet and it offended her fragile ego. I absolutely believe that happened. I do.
tell you the story.
Have you seen the toilet one? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Her tell you the story, which she already told on YouTube. This is a video that she did back when it happened.
November 17th.
But I'm already on board to be like, yeah, Gabbie Hanna did this and it's completely deplorable and despicable. You know? No, they're later in this video. Okay.
Posted a video on Gabbie, and Jen had kept tweeting about us. After a couple of us in a group chat had seen a video on TikTok about how people were signing up their exes for Donald Trump email listings that spam them, and immaturely, we decided to do this. I realize now that this was a bad decision, and this is something that I shouldn't have done. It was immature, it was selfish, it was rude, and I can take accountability for that. And we realized it was a mistake. On November 18th, Jen noticed that my IP address was linked to one of the spam emails, and posted it on Twitter, saying I was dumb and wouldn't realize that I did this.
I tweeted that it was...
Okay, so you guys are beefing and sharing each other's location. Listen, this kid is getting into stupid shit all on her own. She's fucking stupid. All right. In the same breath, I think it's really funny that grandma over here is like, I got your location, bitch. Yeah, it was immature. Anyway, here's me going to court to get it notarized by a lawyer. You're both awful. You're both terrible, dude. I'm sorry. Like,
was Albuquerque. The IP address showed Albuquerque. Let me say it again. Albuquerque.
We can all agree what I did was dumb, but we can also all agree that swatting is a serious and dangerous
well, she didn't swat you, but she did. If that's your IP address, then that's bad. It seems like Jen does know where you live, though, because she's implying that Albuquerque, New Mexico, Walter White, is not where you live. Okay. I'm like. What?
You in America right now.
Come here. Come here. Nobody is going to swat you. What the fuck are you?
What are you, hold on, grandma. Either of you two people could be swatting each other. All right. This isn't mutually exclusive. Okay. Like if that is where she lives, if it's Albuquerque, right, you could narrow down where she lives. It's not hard to figure out where somebody is. It's not hard. There's plenty of PII on the internet to figure out where anybody is. It's not that for a lot of us, we all have our fucking information out there, right? But like, you can't say it as if that's not a possibility when you're making a video that directly raises the temperature in the room, right? The possibility is always there for either of these two to be swatted by each other's audiences.
You talking about? And posting my IP address like that could have gotten me injured or killed. That is not okay. On November 27th, Hello Leash made a video on the Gabbie Hanna fandom about the emails and how toxic we are.
I remember waking up one morning and Jen being like, ugh, they signed me up for like 10 spam email lists. And I was like,
yeah,
ooh.
which is fucking, yeah. So this is all stuff that Alyssa talked about in her video about her time in the Gabbie Hanna fandom. So either it's one of two things. Either Alyssa genuinely grew and changed as a person, which I know is a hard thing for us to admit exists and happens on the internet, or this is all part of Alyssa's scheme because she's actually like a little social climber Andy, just like Rose Malay, and she'll change her opinion on the whim in order to get exactly what she wants. So it's either one of the two of those things coming out of Alyssa's mouth when she makes that video now. So who knows? Speaking of, I'm getting a spam call.
And she was like, the Gabbie stands. And then I, for some reason, had like a sinking feeling in my stomach. And I checked my email and I had, if I'm not mistaken, like something like 54 email lists. And I remembered the timestamps on when the emails that came in because these people were signing us up on these email lists, these spam email lists, but you had to confirm. So they would send you a confirmation email. You would have to confirm that you actually want to sign up for those lists. And then those confirmation emails also included IP addresses. I remember noticing that it was like, it would start at like midnight and went till like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like these people were up throughout the night, just signing me and Jen up for these email lists. We deduced that the people most likely responsible for this were Alyssa and Skia. I think it was Jen that said, yep, the IP address that was on this email says that this person is in Albuquerque, and we know who's in
I heard that she's trying to have a Cody Rance moment with that video.
Albuquerque. There you go. You got 2 and 2 together. And if I'm not mistaken, Alyssa's referring
Well,
to
then the answer to this is really simple, okay? You just don't let Alyssa back in the house. All right? You know, but it's going to be hard because if the drama tastemakers like Evangelina Scov or any other associated people are making a video that says, okay, she's changed, that's going to change up the dynamic of everything pretty quickly.
That is doxing.
A lot of us were doxed.
I would love to hear Xylie's opinion on all this.
Albuquerque. So that's basically it on Alyssa. Really, this video is not about Alyssa. I would like
so does Alyssa live in Albuquerque? That's pretty identifiable. I can narrow it down pretty quickly from Albuquerque. There are people who are scary good at that stuff, man. It's not that hard. All right, you saying that and thinking it's like it's not. You're fine. No, you're not. You're never fine, unless you actually put in active effort to hide your stuff on the internet. It's a completely different world, dude.
to what happened after Alyssa's video, Evangelina's video, Adam's video, and Adam's video being taken down, the constant harassment and trolling that has been going on since the 5th, and what all has happened since then. Like I said, I was getting a lot of messages, a lot of different places, and some of the people that were messaging me were stans that I recalled their name. They knew me and they contacted me and told me who they were. One of the ex-stans is called Prince. I fully remembered that username and the way that this person talks, and this person got in my inbox and started talking about the whole thing and explained how they were very, very young when all of this happened, but they were watching and they remembered all of this. And this person helped me a lot with like remembering usernames or specific people or specific posts. One thing this person said was that Gracie was pretty much used by Gabbie and discarded. And I do have an old comment that was put on one of my videos regarding that. I know the lore with this one, sadly, as someone that used to support Gabbie. There was a fan named Gracie that Gabbie manipulated into thinking Jen was a rapist privately in DMs and managed to make Gracie speak up publicly and spread this allegation. Gabbie watched Gracie get sent so much hate for spreading this allegation, and instead of checking on her, she just watched it all go down. She loves to have her fans do her dirty work for her and then claim she herself.
Yeah, I believe Alyssa was public about being from Albuquerque. That's how they figured out it was Alyssa. Well, then there you go.
Didn't do anything, because in the public eye, that seems like an accurate statement. Now that she's lost most of her fans, she's doing the dirty work herself publicly. Anyway, Gracie almost offed herself because of the hate, and Gabbie reached out to her and asked if she could use Gracie's offing attempt and mention it in her 2020 comeback video to make a public point that my fans get harassed to this point for simply supporting and defending me. If you watch that video, Gracie's attempt, without being named, is mentioned. Gabbie is disgusting. She was never sexual with us, as far as I know, but she groomed us like colleagues.
Hey babe, I had a question. I'm writing my comeback video right now, and I'm just talking about how shit got crazy after I got off still, and part of me was just trying
When I was a teen, I revealed I live in Louisiana, and somehow someone on Wattpad, because I was on there, messaged me telling me the exact town I lived in. I said I didn't live there, but that's scary. Okay, it's crazy. I know like somebody always has like the ad for like the thing that gets you removed from data brokers, but that's exactly like your email could be tied to like information related to you that is like easily accessible with like a $10 payment. Like you could find insane shit on people.
To just show how fucking crazy these people are. I'm making a list of all the shit they did, like how they were collecting people's personal private conversations from when they were venting in the Discord.
So Gabbie Hanna incentivized a fan to go spread a false rumor about Jen. And then when that fan was getting shit and being bullied for having done that at Gabbie's behalf, Gabbie was going to use it as an advantageous thing. Like that is despicable. Like there's so many layers there that make it despicable.
And contacting their families and stuff. And obviously only if you're 100% okay with this, and obviously I wouldn't say your name, but would it be okay if I said something along the lines of like one of my fans relapsed with self-harm and attempted suicide because she was under extreme duress from these people? Obviously it's only if you're 100% okay with it. One of my fans who's been along the ride, oh god, she's been around for fucking ever, she's the fucking best. She had a relapse with her self-harm and attempted suicide because they contacted someone they shouldn't have and put her under extreme duress. And now she's in a rehabilitation center. Like this is not some weird troll internet fun. These are seriously dangerous people and I'm not even here. And every day it's a new drama that they're trying to create still.
So as far as Gracie goes, I honestly always felt bad about that. I did recognize that for whatever reason, this adult had been encouraged or influenced to do this. What Gracie initially tweeted was, guys, I think Jen may have somebody, or guys, Jen may have someone. And she retweeted that tweet from that crazy account that literally to this day, I don't know who that is or what they're talking about. To be honest, I think Gabbie is behind that account. It's just totally crazy that somebody would tweet all that and then just disappear, never respond to any questions. Like I myself even sent that account a message and was like, who are you and what are you talking about? So I just truly believe that was Gabbie or Peyton that made that account. But I always felt bad.
Here's a, like, this is such like a also this is also so like minuscule, right? Where it's like it's almost one of those things at what point do you get involved about somebody making a very clearly false duplicitous allegation about you, right? Like I feel like it has to reach like a critical apex, right? People, you have to become public discourse. You have to be public enemy number one, right? I guess that many years ago we were a little bit more how would you put it? We were more gullible or it was more possible to believe that. But these days, if somebody comes out and gives a completely unverified claim that someone is a rapist, it's not taken seriously unless there's more things associated with it, you know?
About Gracie, because as a nurse and just a person in general who has dealt with many things in my own personal life and with people I love and know, I know what it's like to struggle with something and then to just have things piled on. I know what it's like to act out when you're not happy in life or things are not going well or you feel like you don't have any control. And so I felt bad for Gracie, and I always did feel guilt if she had to go to any kind of treatment for anything I said or did, because I really did go hard at her. But people were literally calling a job I didn't have anymore, and something I've never
I don't know, man. I don't know. I like you like this person is like I'm hurting myself, and this person's like Jen is like I did go hard on them, but I like I resonate with their sympathy, but it's like yeah, man, but that like you're part of the you raised the temperature, like that was your doing, you know? It's like you're talking about it like you're like at the outside party, but like you're partially responsible for that. It's like either you care or you don't, man. You don't, like you either do or you don't. I would be like if somebody was having like a bad day, but they wronged me in such a furiously awful way, I would never wish for anything good to happen to them. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Fucking get hit by a bus, dude.
told anybody, I don't think.
It's funny to see that every community has these people, but commentary just has a unique breed of pedant about that kind of shit. Yeah.
Is that I had interviewed for a company that I had worked for in the past. This was in the pandemic when all this happened. I had already lost my second job that I had to make ends meet because of COVID. That company shut down because we weren't allowed to go visit people in their homes.
Yeah, so, I would also go hard at people that made up lies about me. Yeah. I would too. My point is that like to go hard and then like post hoc be like, I understand. I know that they were in a dark place. It's like, motherfucker, I put you there. You know, if somebody I go after that I truly detest is having a bad time, I'm just gonna go, yeah. What am I gonna do? It would be ridiculous for me to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Why would I? Like,
I had interviewed for a position that I had had in the past, and it was a really good interview. I had great references. There was no reason for me not to get the job. I was told, we'll call you back next week and basically let you know. And I never heard back from them. And I even reached out to my reference who worked there, who had like told the people about me. She's like, that's very strange. They never called you back. Well, these stands had called that place based off of my LinkedIn, and I had worked there in the past when they called them. So maybe that had something to do with it.
she kind of redeemed herself a little. It's strange because I feel like we're getting to pick and choose who we feel is willing to redeem. So the standard for redemption is you got to stand on the bridge and then walk back from it, you know, but be genuine about it the whole time.
Actively calling my job or a job I didn't have anymore, and they were bragging about it online. It was just also how much it was being retweeted, how much it was being stated as a fact. There were articles going up online about it. You know, the people that follow online drama, there were articles up until maybe a year ago or so. If somebody was Googling me and like put the time
I think like okay, here's the thing. LinkedIn is like a really great source and repository. Yeah, pretty much. Well, you know what? Can't deny an honest chatter. What can I say? Yeah, man, sure. Look, LinkedIn is a repository of information. It's filled with so much PII. All right, man. If you work in healthcare, I think if you're doing drama on the internet and you work in healthcare, you're putting yourself in a very, very dangerous position. All right. I'm not surprised that Fauci picked up his entire existence and vanished. All right, because he had done things that would have put him in a very bad position, work-wise. Absolutely. Whoever that Fauci guy is, never heard of him, but it's the same thing for this, where it just seems like if you're really passionate about healthcare and that is your career and your field, I don't know if drama is a place that you should be hanging about, man. You know, like maybe you gotta pick, dare I say, you gotta pick a lane, you know?
scroll enough, these things would come up about gender.
Yeah, Fauci, the COVID guy. Yeah, the COVID guy.
Allegation. And so it has bothered me ever since it happened. I think what was different this time about getting annoyed with all of this and the being trolled and everything is just the fact that I've been going through a lot in the past year and a half. My life changed drastically. And like, this is not a sob story, but like, I have friends here, I have a job, but I'm alone a lot, which is a reason I'm moving back home.
This is not helping you either. Okay. If I was somebody who was like, I want to be a duplicitous little cretin and I want to make Jen have a bad time, I know that Jen is struggling emotionally. Okay, I'm like she would be feeding an enemy exactly what they want, you know.
I want to move here, and so I don't.
You're lucky I'm driving across country right now, Diesel, or else I would stay in chat and make you miserable. Bye, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Good luck, Axolotl.
Have a buffer to like talk to anybody about this, and I have enough going on. Like, I have animals I take care of, I have a job, I have to take care of myself, which, you know, that's a whole thing, but like, it just hit different this time. And not only did it hit different personally, but this psychopath is being listened to. I'm talking about Alyssa, is being heard out, and in some cases being painted out as the victim, and it just truly pissed me off. It pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, dare I say it, forgive me for being a little postmodernist here, but could it be that there's like degrees here, you know, that it's a spectrum of responsibility and victimhood, and it's not a binary spectrum of guilty or innocent? Could it be that somebody is innocent of some things but guilty of another, and that it's not a situation of black and whites but rather grays? Could it be that? Is that too nuanced, or are we ready to like address it in such a fashion?
Enough to where they were messaging me about it. And in talking to Prince and bringing up Gracie, Prince was like, you know, I really feel bad for Gracie. Like, she's hardly even online anymore. She's kind of disappeared after that. And I'm like,
I mean, maybe it's good for this Gracie person to be offline ultimately, you know. I don't know.
For her too. Wish I could talk to her. And Prince says, well, you should try. So that's what I did. I decided on June 5th. I had had enough. Seems like it's never going to stop.
I am sat and ready. If anybody comes for you, they go through me.
did I have to lose at this point? So I followed Gracie on Twitter. And then I sent her an email. Hi, Gracie. I hope you are doing well. I was hoping to have a conversation with you. I would like to talk about the tweet that accused me of sexual assault. It is my belief and understanding that there was heavy influence surrounding that situation, and I would really like to understand better. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation and the never-ending cycle of Gabbie showing up every few years writing or attempting to rewrite the story. I would appreciate a conversation that could bring clarity and closure to both of us. If you are not comfortable, I understand. Just know that I believe this could stop the cycle for once and for all. Thanks.
I don't think it will, but if it brings either of you closure, then sure, man.
Jen. And Gracie wrote me back.
These things often don't end with a nice bow on top. They often percolate for all eternity, and whether or not you choose to engage in the muck determines whether or not you're going to lose your mind or not. But that's just my take. You know, if you stare into the abyss, it stares back. The internet and its drama is kind of like a fucking Lovecraftian fucking borehole.
Hi there, Jen. I hope you're well. I'm definitely open to having a conversation about this because the whole time really traumatized me, as I'm sure it did you too. Saying it with a heavy influence is an understatement. To give a little bit of more context into our relationship, I'm not sure why she first started constantly replying to me as a fan, but it was really exciting. Close to 2019, the dynamic kind of changed. Personally, I was going through extreme anorexia and struggling with like substance and drug use and dealing with the death of my partner at the time. I lost my job, apartment, and I had to take a leave from school to go into a treatment center. This is very important to the story because when she heard about these things I was going through, she started sending me money, gifts in the mail, and talking to me more constantly, and basically telling me she would financially support me through this time. After that, she would ask me for favors here.
Yeah, so basically Gabbie Hanna was doing the thing where she was pouring in a bunch of this like social capital to get from Gracie later, you know, the money, all that shit.
Which quickly turned into receiving over 50 messages a day from her. She was spam texting me during breakdowns, talking about wanting to die and things like that. Some mornings I would wake up to...
Oh my god. I'm hurt, embarrassed, tired of being literally bullied and talked about as if I'm in high school, mad at myself for being so hurt that I'm being bullied by people in high school, worried they're going to go off and talk shit about me on Twitter. So you're worried about the high schoolers specifically? Get drama channels talking about how they have old stands with insider info. Yeah, man, because you're talking to literally everybody.
Mental breakdowns from her. She was spammed for that. She would ask me for favors here and there.
Haha, it's the best, proud of you. Are you awake? Oh my god, I was asleep. Is everything okay? Can you do the most random favor, lol? I'm trying to figure out if these cat people are legit. Can you email them and ask them how old the photos of the cats are?
Quickly turned into receiving.
Thanks for helping me so much, blah, 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 Gab. Yeah, it's a group chat or something.
Over 50 messages a day from her. She was spam texting me during breakdowns.
Can you keep some groups, especially Peach Pies, and tell her that she's being insane and literally just talk to a friend about my feelings privately because she wasn't being constructive in her tweets? She was being a bitch, Lamau. And Gabbie's a parent, upset. What the fuck do you expect? And so that's from Gabbie Hanna. Also, it's kind of ironic that she says, I'm upset about getting honest feedback when she's upset that someone gave her honest feedback. I'm not upset about the negative review. I'm upset that someone I was kind to is going out of their way to literally lie about me and be hateful and mock me on social media. Please rally the troops to explain in the comments what actually happened. It can't come from me, but my blood pressure is boiling. Well, all right, that one. Oh, Gabbie. Oh, that's funny.
Talking about wanting to die and things like that. Some mornings I would wake up to a mental breakdown spam in my inbox. And I guess from the headspace and the amount of substance use I was engaging in, plus the money and the attention, she had me doing everything for her at a certain point because she had me genuinely believing also that she was innocent and that she innocently needed the help. We would video chat using this app, and I did save all the messages, and I have everything, including videos of her finding evidence and begging me to post it. And then fast forward to when the drama channels heavily picked up on this, my issues and usage had led to me being in a residential treatment center. I will say the online drama definitely triggered me, but I had so many untreated issues still that I was dealing with, which was the main thing, my eating disorder that I was going through. And while I was in the hospital for my behaviors, she asked me if she could use my mental breakdown for her comeback video.
Oh my god. This lady is like, I will say something. Gabbie Hanna is quite the bold operator. I will say that. Almost acting as if she is like a teenager. It's quite amazing, actually.
At this point in the center, I was allowed my phone like 20 minutes a day for about a 3-month period while I was in there, and I wasn't really able to help her much anymore in the way that I was before. After I got out of treatment the last time, she pretty much ghosted me. I confronted her multiple times, and she pretty much told me I was incredibly parasocial and imagined.
I feel like I've explained this to you in email, but I'll try to be clear once more. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just staying offline as much as I can. I have best friends from college who will be at my wedding that I have to speak to, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure it's fair to say it wasn't parasocial for 3 years. In the summer of 2019, we definitely spoke more personally as you were vocal and helpful about the Jesse stuff. And I'm very grateful for that. I did want to meet you and Angel in person to thank you for the help and for caring so much, but we're in a pandemic and it didn't happen. I think I looked at as not burdening you with something, so I took on a toll for you and blah blah blah. I took blah blah blah, blah. Please don't beat yourself up. Let your mind run in circles about it because nothing happened. I'm just very busy and working literally all the time. The rare moments I'm with Peyton or my friends. I just keep to myself, and it's very hard to trust people, even just telling people who I hired and subtweeting about it. And things that I think I really don't want to talk to anybody online. God, holy fucking new novel over here, including the messages I'm sending to you right now. Well, broken clock, right? Twice a day, huh? I just know that you told people about me hiring Rachel. Please don't tell anyone else. Pretty much as soon as I said it in MP, I was sent the subtweets that from you and others. If you say that the tweets aren't about that, I believe you. Gabbie, why the fuck do you give a shit what your fans are tweeting like this? This is corny as hell. Why do you care? You're weird. That's weird. Why do you care? Who the fuck is it? Who the fuck has themselves on like a fucking tweet? Like that? There's a feature on Twitter that lets you follow a topic. Gabbie Hanna follows herself as a topic on Twitter, dude.
Our friendship because she was nice to a fan. It felt like the textbook definition of gaslighting, and she said so many lies to me about how her messages meant one thing and not how I perceived them. She then unfollowed me everywhere and told me she wasn't comfortable around me, and then invited a friend of mine, who was also another fan account, to her house and officially hired her. It was a really awful time for me. I even was in EMDR therapy after all of that because of the things she said to me and put me through. Also to Jen, I'm sure this wasn't easy for you either, and Jesse, so understand that everything I'm saying here is not to discredit the pain or experience or say that mine was worse, but it is important to know how complicated our relationship was. This has weighed on me for a really long time.
The only one who seems like a true victim here is Jesse Smiles now, I gotta be honest. It like a lot of these people are just like this person definitely seems like a victim too, all things considered. And you know, them going along and being like a little goon for Gabbie Hanna is certainly not okay, but how much Gabbie Hanna knew about this person's personal life before they had them gooning about who fucking truly knows the extent of that, given the presentation of the information. But like, you know, this is what I mean, where there's like, dare I say it, to use an overused euphemism, there's no such thing as a perfect victim. That's a lie, right? But you know, this Gracie individual has responsibility in that she shared this false allegation about Jen and engaged in a lot of the behavior that led to Jen being harassed by stans. That's true, and this person has to take responsibility for that. But in the same way, this person is also a victim of Gabbie Hanna being completely abused and used to go and do malicious things on the internet because Gabbie Hanna has a fragile ego. So, yeah, Jesse got it worst of all. Yeah.
I've always wanted to reach out to you, but was scared to. I felt like you didn't want to hear from me. And I honestly, for a long time, was scared of what Gabbie could do with her influence of followers if I posted something like that. She was the reason I was doxxed after she used my name publicly, and there were people threatening my sister. I know this is a lot. It barely even touches the surface of our relationship. I apologize if it's too much, and I'm open to any more questions if you want. And I just want to say a little thing at the end. I don't want any of this to come across wrong. I am neurodivergent, and I sometimes have trouble forming words, and I don't want people or you to think that I said all of this trauma to excuse my behavior. Despite my issues, I was definitely still responsible for my actions, and I am truly deeply sorry for any of the pain that I caused you and other people. And I appreciate you guys' kindness and respect and willing to listen to my side. Thank you.
There was a fan that was clearly enamored with you, Gabbie, and you knew that. And you all the time are talking about abuse and power dynamics. Also, you talk a lot about mental health. You've talked about when you've needed mental help, but then you say you're fine and you don't. Gabbie, this explains why this full-grown adult was doing so much on your behalf. This explains why this full-grown adult tweeted that I may have raped someone at your direction. You told this person to do that. Not only is there a power imbalance there with you simply being who you are in relation to Gabbie and how she even knows who you are and vice versa.
This lady who was in dire straits was getting money from Gabbie Hanna. It's no surprise they were moving on Gabbie's word to spread a false allegation. Like, that's really fucking like obvious.
First place, but you take it to another level with financial support. You tell this person that
1,500, damn.
special, that she gets special treatment. You give her things for free that other fans are paying for. You pay her for her rent. You give her money. You tell her just reach out if she needs more. You tell her don't tell anybody else that she gets special treatment. You tell her that you paying her bills and whatever else you're supplying for her is your way of thanking her for all of the things she has done for you. This all happened before you got her to tweet this allegation that you found that I'm really convinced that you were behind. Once I got that email from Gracie, I was just like literally shocked that she even responded. I didn't think that she would. And I sent that response to Leash and to Jesse, both of whom were just literally shocked. This started a whirlwind of us talking to different people, a small group of people, and me thinking about what I was going to do with this information. And then Gracie started sending more stuff.
This cannot come from me, Gracie. I just found the tweets. Yeah, sorry, someone just messaged me. Make that shit go fucking viral. Like as viral as you can.
This is... It's not even like a text message where you could be like, it's fake. It's just her whole ass face being like, I found a tweet. How coincidental I found a tweet. What an interesting thing here.
Can within the community. Like, I'll send you the tweets right now. I need to figure out how
This lady is crazy. She's running her community crazy style. I'd rather respond retroactively to something wacky happening in my community than being some weird, like, schemy freak. Okay? This is like... This is crazy, dude. I can't. She just spoke in tongues, dude.
Message Gracie. Quietly and safely. Like it happened.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? Dude, her husband's sitting right there coaching her, dude. What the fuck? Damn, next thing you know, fucking Gabbie Hanna is gonna be in a Hindu cult, dude, and she's gonna be the director of national intelligence.
To be like, this cannot.
What the fuck are you doing? What? Damn, this is the most damning video I've ever seen. What an insanely stupid thing this lady's doing. Genuinely how Fauci's GF was moving.
Subtly, how is she gonna do it subtly? It just can't come from me. Like I'm the only person it cannot come from.
Yeah, but it can't be like a massive blow up.
Yeah.
It can't be like 50 people sending it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It can't be everyone sending it at once. You're right.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. This Jen woman is to be clear, Gabbie Hanna is quite literally famous, okay? The fact that she is like, I want to go after this nobody, this random, dissenting opinion old lady is like the most like cartoonishly evil villain shit ever, okay? There's like no let me put this into like a fucking one sentence pitch to you, okay? Gabbie Hanna riles up a bunch of down on their luck young adults and teenagers to harass an aging nurse so she loses her job and livelihood. That like that's crazy. Like that's actually like fucking, what are you, fucking Crocker trying to find a fairies, dude? Like that's crazy.
But it needs to get to people. It needs to be tagged to drama channels too. There's a
Needs
lot
to be tagged. This lady is moving something fierce, dude. Holy shit.
tweets that show like somebody's like a
Jen, I motherfucker, I know that, okay? I know you're one guy me right now with a name like that, okay? I know that. I know, all right? But if I were to, let's say you're a normal person and you're not unemployed, okay? Let's say you're a normal person and you needed to describe this to a coworker at your job who had heard, oh, I hear Gabbie Hanna is in some dumb bullshit. I would not, you don't even need to know about the extraneous other parties involved. Just what Gabbie Hanna is doing here is that bad that when you explain it that way, which is an accurate way to describe it, it is insanely bad. It is insane. Imagine having a fan base and instead of making content on music, religion, etc., you're mobilizing them like you're the next Fuhrer. Dude, you heard of the Burger Reich? Get ready for the Matcha Reich. I'm also one of Xylie's too. Hey, all right. So she's trying to get someone fired because they were friends with someone she doesn't like. To be clear, they are trying to ruin somebody's life. Okay? Like, I have criticisms for how Jen acts on the internet. Okay? Absolutely. I have tons of... I think they're very valid to say that I think she acts a little bit lol cowy. Okay? But in the same breath, there's no universe where you could forgive any of this behavior from Gabbie Hanna or try to make it sound reasonable in the slightest. This is quite literally like Gabbie Hanna might as well be twirling a fucking mustache and tying Jen up to rail tracks.
Accusing her of being a little girl. Like, it's kind of serious. So hold on. What, honey? You don't think I should involve Gracie?
No, I don't think you yourself should.
I'm not. That's what I'm telling Gracie.
Yeah. But you are recording yourself on camera.
I can't be involved. It cannot come from me whatsoever.
Explaining it to your coworker at your job is the commentary equivalent of sickly Victorian child or medieval peasant.
So this account right here, Bungle X. Yes, that's me. No, I wasn't drunk. I assume that admission was a Freudian slip, but please, the truth will set you free. And then somebody here said, my internet's not working at all. Baby, can I just see it on your phone so I can show Gracie so she can go find it?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay. That account keeps tweeting that she like the little girl. Maybe you can message the account and see if there's any details.
So Gabbie Hanna, and this is the pin comment on Jen's video, and I do agree with the sentiment here. I think in Gabbie Hanna's weird evangelical tilt that she's gone on, Jen being gay is being used as like the narrative here for her being a rapist. Okay, this is playing into the stereotype, the despicably disgusting stereotype of like LGBTQ molesters.
So just like tell people about it. But like it can't be cited. I'll show you pictures of it when he opens it on his phone. But they're Bungle, B-U-N-G-L-E.
The most reliable source. Bungle.
Yeah, Bungle, dude. That's why I get all my news from Twitter.com, you know? If it ain't from Bungle, I ain't listening. Yeah, Jen is cringe, but Gabbie is clinically insane, yeah.
X. Okay, so I will not rest until there is accountability for Jen Dent being a tiny innocent little girl. I don't care if it takes years, but everyone will know the truth. What are you covering?
Yeah, you need proof, dude. You need proof for this shit, okay? I will not rest until there's accountability for Jen Dent raping a tiny little girl. I don't care if it takes years, but everyone will know the truth. Hashtag BLM, hashtag LGBTQIA+. Notice the judgmental woke people are always hiding horrific crimes. This is like the most obvious. This is such an obvious like setup. This is so obvious. Why would anybody believe this? Okay, this is like some fucking Glup Shido account being like, you know, oh, Diesel's running a fucking sex cult in his Discord or something. Like, yeah, BLM. I love the implication here is that Jen didn't just rape a little girl. It was a little black gay girl. And that this is coming from like the based Twitter. But why would based Twitter even give a flying fucking behind, right? Why would Groiper Twitter give a shit what the fuck is going on in wokey McWoke land between Jen Dent, Jesse Smiles, and Gabbie Hanna? Okay? Like, it doesn't exist.
From who? Oh, okay. So? Babe, first of all, didn't show something about it's Gracie. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, dude, fucking Gabbie Hanna would be like Chairman Hanna. Fucking damn.
Your boss's name, chill. So this is one of them. And then what was the other one where it was like you took girls to the little den? I guess this is somebody that's talking about her.
Oh, took girls to the little den? Okay.
And remember when people called you Jen to the...
Yeah, and these are all recent tweets, dude. These are all recent tweets. I wouldn't even be surprised if this entire account exists solely to do this. And it's actually either Gabbie or her man.
Den. Your followers really deserve to know what you did, so own up, hypocrite. So
yeah, she happened to find a 7-like tweet. Yeah, it is so obvious. It is so abundantly clear that Gabbie Hanna did this.
I don't know, but get people on it. See if you can like get some answers. I have.
She's this account is deliberately targeting like the tea creators with the intent that they pick it up. But here's the thing: this entire thing falls. Okay, here's the thing. In commentary, assumedly, maybe not now. The standards seem to be different now. But as an old head, okay, the expectation is that you have evidence for these things. Now, from what I know about the tea community, you don't need that. Maybe that is the case. Maybe it's much more vibes based. Maybe vibes dictate a lot more of the behavior. I'm clearly winning no favors then with the tea community by covering any of this, right? But if it's much more vibes based, then you don't need to present evidence. But the thing is that something like this doesn't pass the sniff test if you don't have evidence for it, okay? So unless I see evidence for this, and obviously there isn't, it is assumed that this is fake, and this is somebody trying to goad Jen into cowing out, okay?
A drama channel looking too. Dude, fuck all these people. I really hope this person has some type of like evidence, which I'm sure they don't. Like that would have been years ago, right? Like if Jen Dent was
and I'm sure they don't. So it doesn't matter, is what it is the standard that should be taken here.
being little girls.
It
It would have been years ago.
Yeah.
Like what receipts are there?
None.
But I'd love to hear the story. There's no fucking receipts.
Oh, but I'd love to hear. Yeah, of course you're gonna say that, Gabbie. Wait, that's why she asked for her BF husband's phone instead of her own. She was probably logged in on the sock account. Yes.
Thing that they accuse me of, so
I'm literally shaking. I had to take my medicine for anxiety just to do this. You would love to hear the story. You would love to hear the story of a little girl being sexually assaulted. Of course, the lesbian assaulted a little girl, right? Right, Gabbie? But you'd love to hear the story. So she needs to get people on it quietly and safely because it's kind of serious. She can't be involved, but get the details. There's no concern here about this fictitious child. Meanwhile, we got
It
Peyton.
is so fucking hilarious that this lady, Gabbie, is fucking recording herself in 1080p. This is as hilariously bad as when I'm Alex recorded himself with his face on, with his face cam on, saying that he would beat his girlfriend's head in with a brick. Okay? That's how, like the sheer vanity that you have to have in yourself to record yourself and go, yeah, I would do that, is insane.
Over here in the background, Peyton Saxon. He's a medical sales consultant. I don't really remember exactly what company he works for. You know, Peyton, who painted...
Dude, Jen would have... If Jen knew the company he works for, she would have been like, he works at Stellantis. He works at Eli Lilly. He's a medical sales consultant at Novo Nordisk. Here's his department. Dude, I would not put that past this lady in this video. Let's be real.
himself and was painted as the ever concerned and so supportive boyfriend who was so worried about her mental health, and he just hated that any of this was going on. He even sent me a DM one time on Twitter telling me to stop cussing at the kids or something like that.
Stop cussing at the kids.
Found this on Twitter, just found this and gave it to Gabbie, and is in the background talking about being quiet and safe and subtle.
Are people tagging Jen in it? Like, are people tagging Jen being like, hey, did you this little girl? Because, like, low-key, if we put a lot of pressure on her about that, is that a good thing or bad?
This lady is fucking the most wild how incredibly fucking stupid Gabbie is. Oh, this is astoundingly stupid. I have never seen somebody so bold-facedly attempt a gay op like this.
Because, like, what if she speaks about it herself? You know what I mean? And then people start looking into it, like, well, why are people accusing you of being a little girl? Because, like, that's so random. So, like, should they be pushing her to do it? Or no? That's what they do to me. There's an accusation.
Oh.
No.
I don't know what the right thing to do is.
I mean, when there's an accusation, it gets pushed on me.
So yeah, but Gabbie's entire thing here is that there's an accusation pushed on me, so let me escalate and make another accusation back. Just because, okay, now, let's talk about this in a platonic sense, not in the specifics of Gabbie Hanna, right? If someone lies about something, and they are trying to hurt you by lying about that thing, why would you go lower by then immediately lying with a worse lie and escalating the situation. You're not going to make the situation any better that way, right? I don't understand how that thinking doesn't pass your mind that if I lie after someone lied about me, it only encourages more lies. There's nothing but incentive now for people to lie about Gabbie Hanna. Breaking the #1 rule of crime: never write down or record your crimes. I feel like Gabbie should avoid cocaine. The bump she could do would kill a normal human. Gabbie, you were accused of being a shitty friend. This is crazy.
So like maybe it needs to get pushed on her. Yeah. See if she finally responds.
I don't understand how you have such a fragile ego and be so wealthy and famous. If I had so much wealth that I could retire at the age Gabbie could have retired, you would not see me. I would leave, okay? I would go do whatever vanity project that I want in the comfort and silence of my own wizard's tower.
See if people pick up on it.
Yeah, I think she's seen it.
Maybe tag people like Primink or Shannon or Not Another Drama Channel, that SM Creep Show. Like maybe start tagging them in that shit. Yeah, of course she's seen it.
Yeah. You should tag Creep Show. yeah, that's aged very gracefully.
She's so obsessed with Twitter. Like she stalks that shit like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, they need to push me, right? They need to be pushing me to respond to it, because anytime anybody says anything about you, they push you to talk about it, right?
Dude, I hope that girl responds so much. Or whoever that person is responds about that.
Yeah, dude, fucking Gabbie Hanna bumping that Colombian good, dude.
Girl, it's so fucking crazy. Thanks for checking into it. This person, I doubt they're gonna want to talk to like random pages. They're not my fan, but
yeah, this little girl who got is probably not my fan, so good luck with us getting any info. Ooh, this is my favorite one.
Feel free to share this information with anybody who's worried. And they have absolutely no case. They couldn't do anything even if they wanted to. In order for anything to be considered like defamation or slander, or for any type of legal action to be...
Diesel, have you seen the guy doing the AI presentation at a college and turning red because he's being booed? Yes.
Taken. One, you would have to publish it publicly. So like you would need to write a book, make a YouTube video.
This lady is explaining how to cancel her enemies. This is so fucking good, dude.
Did this thing.
Y'all make sure to put it all over Twitter and retweet it and pass it around like it was factual information.
Which you haven't done any of. You haven't like gone out of your way to be like, this person. So you're good. Second, they would have to prove that you did it knowing that it was a lie. So like,
if only, imagine if somebody recorded themselves kind of alluding to the fact that this might be fake. Why is she naked? Can a girl not sleep topless in her own bed? Damn.
If you came to me and you were like, hey, like, I know that Jen didn't actually do this thing, but I'm gonna like tell everybody she did this thing. Like, are we in this together? Okay, great. Like, you would have to prove that that happened.
I feel bad for the husband, because imagine marrying a girl so terribly online that she needs your phone for her sock puppet accounts. Let's be clear. Fucking Saxton Ozempic over there is in on it, okay? The husband is the Waluigi to her Wario, brother.
Because them saying
she actually had a nose job. That's crazy.
True. Like, the reason defamation is so hard is you have to prove that the person knowingly lied. So, like, in my case, like, I could sue...
Me when people are lawyers talking about defamation and lawsuits and yada yada.
Bill for defamation, or Dustin Daly for defamation, because they had alternative information and they ignored it. So, like, unless you have some type of alternative information, like this Adam Bungle guy, like, came to you and was like, hey, just so you know, this isn't real. They can't do anything.
It's crazy that she thinks anyone believes she woke up to record that video. She didn't just climb into bed to make it look like she just woke up to post some shade.
And then the last thing is, you never accused anybody of anything. You asked people questions, like somebody else put something out there, and then you guys were talking about something that somebody else said. None of you guys made the claim. So those are like the three main things. You guys didn't make the claim in the first place. You guys didn't publish that claim.
This is so fucking outrageously incriminating.
There's no way to prove that you guys were saying anything that you knew was a lie. They're just trying to scare you. They're bad people. They're fucking losers. Don't let them scare fans. They're literally trying to scare fans on Twitter from speculating.
Well, I don't think we should be throwing stones in such glass houses, Miss Gabbie Hanna, okay? You are the fan speculating on Twitter right now, okay?
Like, they know. Like, what they are doing is what has been happening to me for how long now? Like, they're so fucking stupid, dude. Don't worry about it. You're absolutely fine. There's not a lawyer in this fucking world that would try to sue you guys. And then if they did...
This is crazy. This is so bad. You need to stop. Put the fucking camera down.
try to sue you for defamation, fun fact, they would have to pay your court fees because there's no way they would possibly win. Trust me. And if they did take you to court and lost, which they would lose, they have to pay your court fees and your legal fees. So you're gonna be fine regardless.
First of all, Gabbie, you are so fucking vile. You know exactly what the fuck you did. You did this on purpose. You found this tweet that I think you tweeted, but you found this tweet and made sure that it was spread far and wide. You called a drama channel and asked them to look into it, and you're telling these people not to worry about it because they're just your fans on Twitter. That's where it was tweeted, Gabbie. That's where this whole thing happened. Gabbie, you're so disgusting. Wash your fucking hair. Then you just disappear after all this. You send little apologies, emails, and videos, but you disappear.
I want to say sorry for involving, say sorry to you three for involving you guys heavily in this. As much as I view you guys as friends and peers, it wasn't fair of me to put you in that position. It still wasn't fair for me to put you in that position. Oh, I read that twice, especially with the last situation. I was having a very emotional and exhausted response, trying to make sense of this and why it's been happening for so long. I really appreciate your efforts. I'm really sorry for dragging you into my chaos. In other news, we should all do a WhatsApp group so we can stay in touch now that I'm offline. Way easier than email. I'm not sure if Angel checks this email, so Chaz, please forward this to her. I know Gracie is off social right now too. Love you guys, Gabbie Hanna.
Here, and you just leave the fans to deal with this. You leave Gracie to deal with this. Gracie's in treatment.
Hey, I'm so ugly, holy shit. I just want to apologize for really involving you in so much. Like, I know that, like, we're friends, and I was, like, leaning on you.
This is crazy, dude. Why are you filming so much? This is so I'm Alexy, dude. This is so I'm Alexy. It is so fucking incriminating to be doing this.
As a friend, but it was just too much and put you in a compromising situation. And I guess in my head, I was like, oh, well, Gracie's like relatively anonymous. Like, she's just, I'm on the toilet, by the way. Like, nobody's gonna like come for her. And obviously I was wrong. And obviously it's just like, I know you're saying that's not
I'm so ugly. Oh, shut up. Yeah, man. Yeah.
reason you're gone, but it was a lot. So I just wanted to say that.
Turns out Gracie's not even in treatment for this. Gracie told you she was in treatment for other things outside of this. You asked to use her story as an example of how I went out of my way to ruin other people's lives. You just disappear. You fully acknowledge that. You've acknowledged that many times. And then Gracie reaches out to you and she's like, can we talk? Like, what happened? And you just blow her off. Tell her that she's acting incredibly parasocial, that basically you don't trust her. That's like why you don't talk to her anymore. You're sorry if she took it some other kind of way, but like you were just trying to help her or show her appreciation. But at the same time, you're apologizing for putting her through this. You make this girl feel crazy. You completely ghost her. She basically gets offline because she just can't deal with it. She doesn't even reach out to me. It takes all this time. It takes you coming back online and talking about Jesus and God. And you know, Gabbie, when you were gone, we didn't talk about you or think about you. I know that drives you crazy, but it's the truth. I've had too many other things going on. People are raising families. People are out here being happy or fighting for their lives or both. When you had moved and gotten married.
Yeah, make sure to join my group chat so I can blackmail you with this later. Thanks.
I was like, cool, that's cool. Wish her the best. When I saw that you were working in the real world, I was like, great, that's the extent of it. When you came back, I didn't even know until you decided to come back and use your new Jesus platform to still disparage, defame, and slander people. You talk about slander.
Naysayers say you have to leave it in the past. All these people haven't spoken about you in years. But the thing about slander is it's not a single attack. Slander is designed to ruin your life. It's designed to...
When the camera closes on Hanna, all I can see is the chut who got arrested for trying to break into someone's house, claiming they were Harry Dresden.
Gabbie Hanna getting up to the camera. I'm Harry Dresden, motherfucker.
ripple into every single facet of everything you do. It's meant to ruin your reputation. So it's not something that, well, that happened to you years ago, you got to get over that. No, slander is an ongoing attack.
Like, I don't know what slander is. Like, it hasn't happened to me at your hands, on purpose, planned and carried out, executed at your direction. There's no way that the people in your life who actually know you or claim to know you know about this. There's no way you've told everyone the actual truth. You get on here and you lie all the time. How could anybody believe anything you say about anything? I never have. All I've ever done to you, Gabbie, is tell the truth. And when you've continued to try to lie, and you've continued to try to ruin my relationship relationships with other people when you have literally tried to ruin my actual livelihood. And you say you're doing all of it because I've tried to ruin your livelihood, or you say that people have slandered you and come after you and tried to ruin your career. Yeah, because Gabbie, we all know that your career is comparable to mine, right? We all know that our careers are the same, right, Gabbie? We all know that me, a registered nurse of over 30 years who has a master's degree in healthcare education and has to hold a license, we all know that is exactly the same as you who gets online and acts like a complete fucking goddamn idiot. Everything is your fault. All of this is your fault. For years and years and years, you can't let it go. You want to rewrite history. You want the history to be different than what it was. You want
She wants to be loved. She can't handle the idea that some other person just doesn't like her. Okay? Especially when she can see it. The reality is tons of people fucking can't stand her, but that's everybody for everything, man. But, you know, clearly Gabbie Hanna is so inundated with love from random fans that the possibility that it's otherwise is just ruins her.
To be erased, not only erased, but changed. You can't let it go because you know what you've done and said. And I think that you think if you just keep coming out and talking about it, people will eventually give up.
I don't even think that she thinks she's ever done anything bad, actually. I don't think she would ever review those situations in her head as knowing the guilt. I think she thinks she's actually completely innocent for everything based on everything she said.
Just stop talking about it or forget about it or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I've told you that from day one. I'm not going to do that. There's no planet that will happen on. Your little Jesus shtick does not work with me. You are no different than an inmate who has nowhere else to turn but to Jesus. You should call your band, instead of "and the front man," you should call it "and the yes men." Because so far we had Peyton sitting there nodding his head and drooling on himself, agreeing to everything that you said and did, not only in front of the screen, but behind it apparently. And now we have Ken, your husband, who you don't allow to get a word in, who just sits there and nods his head and drools on himself. It's so sad. You talk all about heaven and how God doesn't want this person in their house. God doesn't want that person in their house.
Because hell is real. Heaven is real. Religion is a mess, but there are realities to the spiritual.
Heaven is real? Makes you think. Makes you think. But hell is real? Makes you think. Makes you think.
I don't think she thinks about anything ever.
I don't think she thinks. Period. Dude, it's all lizard brain up in there, man. It's all lizard brain. Days without Israel mentioned. We're not starting an Israel counter. We're not starting an Israel counter. That is not happening.
World, and one of them is our soul continues on, and there's a destination. And this earth is where we get to make the choice. Do we want to spend eternity in God's house, in God's presence? Because he has boundaries. He has rules. And if you're somebody who likes to lie or be mean or treat each other disrespectfully in any way, then he doesn't want you in his house.
Girl, not gonna lie, but I think you're going to hell. On God, respectfully. Boss hates fun.
Apparently, you're the type of person he wants in the house. I don't want to live in that house. You talk about Bible verses all the time. Let me read some to you, Gabbie, and excuse me, I don't know them by heart. Matthew chapter 6, verses 5-6. When you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, because they love to pray standing in synagogues and on street corners.
Dude, Jen preparing this video. Give me some Bible verses related to hypocrisy and liars.
To be seen by people. Truly, I tell you, they have their reward. But when you pray, go into your private room, shut your door, and pray to your Father, who is in secret. If you read the Bible, you should know that one. Here's another one you might like. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16-19. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness.
Dare I say it, nobody reads the Bible. Not Melanie Mack, not Gabbie Hanna, not the Quartering, not any of these people. None of them have opened up a King James, brother. None of them. Nobody opens up a fucking Bible. Adult converts especially don't read the Bible. 100%.
Pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. Next, Matthew chapter 23, verse 27. What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious laws, and you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like the whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but filled on the inside with dead people's bones and all sorts of impurity. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 30. A tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot. Timothy chapter 3, verses 5-6. If someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he know how to take care of God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall into the condemnation of the devil. Where you fucking
That one was a good one. I didn't expect that one coming. Yeah, the Russell Brand, what's your favorite verse moment?
long. I would be remiss if I didn't mention this one. I have never done anything wrong. Everything that has happened has always been someone else's fault. Gabrielle Kroner Christ, chapter 6, verse 7. Gabbie, it's time to go away and stay there. As a collective, we are fucking sick and tired of you. You're a liar. You're a manipulator.
Yeah, nobody got more fake fans than Jesus Christ. On God. True that.
Like I always said you are. There's no coming back from this, Gabbie. Why should anybody believe anything you say? Every time shit like this happens, I'm like, this is the last time.
I think, Gabbie, listen, I know nobody wants to hear it. This is a doomer pill. I'm gonna give you a black pill right now. Gabbie Hanna would do fucking numbers if she went alt-right grifter. 100%. She would do fucking numbers. Absolutely. There's plenty of like cottagecore, like America First type broads on TikTok. She'd be right there with them. She'd be able to hit the ground running with all the money in the world. She'd garner an audience fiercer than ever, okay? And none of this shit would affect her. They wouldn't give a fuck about it. All right? Be glad that she still wishes to toe the line in some weird capacity that is making her much less successful because she's stupid. If she was better at being bad, she would be doing better with her badness, is what I'm saying.
About Gabbie, I really want to be done with you, but please go away. No wonder the church doesn't want to work with you. No wonder nobody wants to work with you, Gabbie. You're a terrible fucking person. So I'm going to go about my business, back to my job as a nurse, where I am sure as a hospice nurse, I lead more people to Jesus or Buddha or whoever the fuck than you do on a daily basis, Gabbie. Go away. We are so done with you, Gabbie. You'll never come back from this, Gabbie. And you deserve that. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I want you to...
Yeah, Gabbie Hanna, Sydney Sweeney, the Haktua girl. Yeah. Dude, them on a podcast, crazy.
Go be so happy like you say you are. Go do that. Bye.
Wow. Wow. Some work indeed, man. Some work indeed. Oh, wow. There's more. So Jen put out one more video a day ago. Okay. But I think this is just her making fun of the boyfriend or the former ex-husband.
So I think I want to talk about the obvious pattern we've seen in the men that Gabbie has either been with or is currently with. Have y'all seen the comments? Because, I mean, there's a pattern. It's a very distinct pattern. Even the one she's not with anymore is caping for her when he fucking hates her. I have proof of that. I'm so confused.
I think if you crack someone who's famous, I think it might be a little hard to move on. You know, I'm not excusing the down bad behavior, but listen, this is back, and just realize the trauma you put me through. Fucking psychopath. Do you ever care about others and how you acted towards them? And you deleted Pillowcase and Medicate from your channel? You complete buffoon. 2 of the 3 only good videos you ever posted, one being Say What You Say video. Friendly 4-month reminder to remind you that you're a cunt despite my typos. Last time I messaged you while drunk, you're still a cunt, and how dare you gaslight me for a year and a half while in a relationship with you, and you made me out to be the bad guy the entire time. Brother, we gotta move on. We gotta back it up. It's some crazy work. I'm not done. I haven't finished reading it. Yeah, man. Every time I hear youngins say crack, I feel so old. Damn, Unc, you never crack a fine shit before? On God, I think you might be chopped. Oh my God. Well, I was in a relationship with you, and you made me out to be the bad guy the entire time, but really you were just a wretched, insufferable asshole the whole time, despite me doing nothing wrong. I'm fine now and don't care. The only reason I'm texting you is because I accidentally typed something in my search bar, which brought you up your combo. So here's your really reminder to let you know that you're a fucking cunt.
That was a message Spencer wanted to send to Gabbie a long time after he was done with her, and he sent it to somebody else for them to look and see if they thought he should send it, and that person was like,
Well, clearly that wasn't the kind of person this Spencer guy should have been sending it to, because now it's in her hands.
no. Okay, so Robbie came along. That was over the weekend, I think. I can't keep up with all of it. I wish I had kept screenshots. But basically, he knows his wife was a problem on the internet, and she's not here anymore, so why are we still talking about her? That's the gist I got from what he had to say. He stuck around for like 2 different nights. If anybody has screenshots, please let me know. Spencer, nobody remembered you at all. I didn't. I don't think I've ever even like heard of you, and if I did, I blocked that.
You're gonna kill the enemy. You don't want to be the enemy of the enemy. You want to be on the receiving end.
Damn. Gabbie likes the corny white ones, huh?
Riveting. You caping for somebody that you honestly fucking hate is weird to me, especially when you send the messages that you want to send to her to somebody else to have them scream. And that person
That's
is like,
crazy, man. That's crazy. It's even crazier to send them to a homie to screen, and that homie's like, "Don't send this, bro." And the T channel gets it.
I don't say that because you're obviously not okay. And I mean, I get it. You willingly fornicated with Gabbie, and you can't be quite right if you did that. So anyway, okay, I've made a rule.
Listen, man. I'd take a spin on that train, I think. Not that I don't want to run a train on her. That's not what I want. I used the wrong turn of phrase. You know what I mean. All right? Fuck.
What's today? The 30th? Is today the last day of the month? That's it. That's all this gets from me. I'm so tired of this shit. That's it for today.
I'm not sharing, is my point.
Bye.
Fornicated. Yeah, I bet it's crazy. I bet it's crazy. the grip is crazy.
Do you like my...
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I played a clip. Wait. Just a little bit of a shot and then chaser, okay? I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the Tobuscus, but people are starting to make fun of him.
You can add in my racist slur. Even if you could, I have a patent. No one else can say a slur exactly in this manner. Welcome to my manner. I can sing my slur.
Really, Diesel? Gabbie? Absolutely. Yeah, are you fucking crazy? Yes. I mean, think about it. I'm not gonna convince you. I don't need to fucking convince you people. Have we been here? Have you all been here before? No, wanting to crack Creepshow is crazy. Creepshow is not that much of a looker on like at all, I think. I mean, she's not like hideous, but not have some standards. Okay, she's fit. She's crazy. Okay. She definitely does a lot of yoga. I'm not saying I want to be her friend. And in my experience, the hoes with the nose, they give top the best, you know. It's just, I'll make the rules. I'm just telling you. Your standards are whack. My standards, there are no particular standards. There are no particular standards. The standards are dependent solely upon each person. Standards implies like some specific set of requirements needed to be hit, you know? Who wants to rim the nostrils is crazy. She's not unattractive, but she has a super unsettling aura. I absolutely agree with that. I think that is the best way to put it. Yeah, she's cute, but you can't change her. I think you guys are... Does nobody have fucking one-night stands or casual sex anymore? What do you guys all need to get in situationships? You're insane. I'm someone who would crack the postal dude. I think the main thing that makes the postal dude not hot is his like little soul patch. I don't know. I do not want Gabbie speaking in tongues mid-crack. That only happens after she hits the Colombian good, you know? I'm saving myself for first contact with aliens. What's wrong with the youth? Nobody's having sex anymore, okay? So they don't understand that it's possible to have casual sex. Okay. So, the boyfriend. Or ex-husband, excuse me. She films everything at the most unflattering angle, yeah. And Diesel, haven't you seen the numbers? People aren't fucking anymore. I know. That's the thing. Let's see. She does nothing casually, Diesel. That's true. That's a good point. She'd be writing bad poetry about me. That's the problem. Okay.
So I don't really know.
So the ex-husband that we've covered that was going at it with Adam McIntyre is also tangentially related to this booktuber. So here's another side plot character in the Gabbie Hanna executive dysfunction universe, okay? She would send her army after you because she couldn't get you a second time.
Know if I should be doing this right now because I'm in a contract.
Clearly, I need to do a YouTuber hear me out cake or something, okay? Do I need to do like a hear me out cake for you people?
And I really don't want like any like
Listen, man, there's like a non-0% chance a bunch of you in my chat right now had sexual conversations with Judas Iscariot, okay? I think there's some of you that have a lot to answer for. All right, I've done the grace of not immediately being like, listen, motherfucker.
Legal stuff to happen, but I don't know any other way to reach out. And if anyone at Studio 71 can please just email me who isn't Joshua David Evans, and please do so. I've just had an email from Josh like half an hour ago now, and I've been sat like speechless. Joshua David Evans is my YouTube manager, and I have not. If someone from Studio 71 can just please reach out to me. I've tried to reach out to them. I tried today, and then this email I got from Josh has confirmed to me that anything I do try and say to them won't go through them, and I'm just scared now. I'm really scared. I'm scared that they have financial control over my channel. They are going to take all of my money, and I'm in a contract that I seemingly can't get out of, even though I'm really trying hard to get out of this contract. And I don't know what to do now. I genuinely don't know what to do. And I just had this email off Josh, and I'm so lost. I'm so lost for words. I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on. If I don't get out of this contract, and if I don't get my money from Studio 71, if I don't get my money from Josh, then I've got nothing. And I've just sent the most.
So his MCN or his like talent agency is not paying him, and Josh is the manager behind the account. Not good.
The most vulnerable email to Josh about about an hour ago, and then I got this response from Josh half an hour ago, and it's I don't know what to do. Just to
no, this is not. So this guy is Gavin. Yes.
Let you in on what's been happening, what's going on. A little context, I always ignore emails. I do. I don't do sponsorships. I'm well, for many reasons, but one of the main reasons is I don't want to open an email in it being a scam and, having my channel get hacked and things like that, because that happens all the time and that really scares me. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do sponsorships. And I don't do, I don't ever accept opportunities from my channel, even though my channel is like, it's the thing I'm the most proud of. It's my job, and I love it so much. It's the thing that I've even said. I did a 7-year BookTube Q&A video, only like...
I fucking said ew to him, and then he stopped asking for commissions. Oh, brother.
2 months ago, when I said, like, doing this job and becoming a YouTuber full-time and making videos I'm passionate about has saved my life, and I mean that literally. It has saved my life, and I never take opportunity. I just think there's no reason to it. It's not going to help me in the long run. In March, I get an email from Josh. I get an email from Joshua David Evans, and he's, talking about, I've been following your channel for a while. I would love to talk to you. We are Studio 71. We help creators and things like that. And honestly, it sounded great. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Josh was awful, because he really wasn't, and he's not. Well, after this email, I'm unsure. But like, at first I was like, again, I'm just going to ignore it because I don't ever take opportunities for myself. I'm not going to sign any contracts and things like that. And I thought I knew better. I really did. And the emails was like, like, we can help you with like streaming stuff. We can get your channel. And that's just like all I've ever really wanted, really, is just to like, I like, honestly, I bleed for this channel. I really do. I do. And so like, it's my absolute passion and stuff. And so like, when I think, oh, someone's going to give me an opportunity, I will ignore it because I think it's a scam. But I recognize the name. I recognized the name Joshua David Evans about 3 years ago. Swoop. I love Swoop. I've been a follower of
Okay, where is this going? I'm very confused where this is going, and I'm interested.
For a while. She did a documentary on Colleen Ballinger, and I'd never heard of Colleen Ballinger before. And it was weird because I'm pretty sure I have seen Josh before. I'm pretty sure I've seen Josh before, like about 10, 15 years ago or something on YouTube. I grew up on a lot of the YouTube back in the day. I grew up on cringe content, and so I recognize his name. And after that Colleen Ballinger documentary, and Colleen Ballinger is an awful fucking person, by the way. She was accused of some nasty shit, and there was so much.
This is crazy that this is on a book channel. We are so many series removed. Okay. So who is this fellow, by the way? Okay, no. I'm getting my wires crossed. Right? So I originally got into covering this Gabbie Hanna stuff because Adam McIntyre was beefing with the people who were doing a documentary on Colleen Ballinger, right? And then the boyfriend was, or ex-husband of Colleen Ballinger was the one beefing with Adam McIntyre because Adam McIntyre didn't want to do the fight, right? And in that, throughout that debacle, we get exposed to the stuff with Gabbie Hanna, which is why I ended up covering the Gabbie Hanna stuff. So very, very loosely related in the fact that it was like a passing correspondence of the two events happening at the same time. I'm an idiot. Please allow me to be one.
And evidence against her, and Joshua David Evans is her ex-husband. And after this Swoop documentary, like, he came across as like really like down to earth and really nice, and like he didn't seem to be like part of the problem and stuff like that. So like when he reached out about joining this thing, I was like, oh, that's Josh. Like, he's a good guy. I know he's a good guy. You know, there's things I sympathize with him, and you know, all this and the other about that whole documentary and stuff. And I replied, and I probably shouldn't have done, but in March I was in a very vulnerable place, right? So I just been to the High School Musical resort to film a vlog. And
everybody is always in a dark place. That's when they get you. When you're in the dark place, you can't see it coming.
House to film a vlog, and it wasn't the cheapest, but like I wanted to do it. I really, really wanted to do it. I want to make videos, but also I had. Should I mention this? Yeah, I might as well. So Audio Salad, copyright claim on my videos, even though it was a false claim, and they held that money in escrow on YouTube. Whenever there's a claim, they hold it in escrow, and whoever wins the dispute, they get the money.
Yeah, that's what he took from the Swoop doc.
And that was on the 10th of March. Audio Salad sent me a false copyright claim on one of my Stay Across My Bookshelves videos. And from March 10th to April 1st, the YouTube was holding that money from that video. And then on April 1st, Audio Salad rejected the claim, which meant that they would get all of that money. All of that money they've held from my ad revenue they've taken. And so in March, I was like already like, I felt like, oh, I'm pissing money here. I'm just losing money, and I'm making the worst financial decisions. And so I felt like I was in a pretty vulnerable place anyway. So yeah, if you don't know.
This is why you can't rely on ad rev. You can't do that. You can't do. That's how you get owned epically. All right, let's go to most replay. This guy's kind of a yapper.
What about the streaming services? And like, okay, like that's great. Like I would love to do the streaming services. Get my videos on other platforms. Amazing. That would be so good. Another revenue stream. Fantastic. We can fund more videos, and I can go to more places and do all this and the other. Again, I didn't vocalize exactly what I thought of like.
Got cracked in the sack, broke my back after a snack that made me shat. Okay. Did you get infected by the parasite that makes you shit too?
Off of that presentation, and I wanted to know like how he would actually like, physically help me. Okay, so that week I was posting that Sherlock Holmes video, and I just want to see what he could do. I did. Like, it was almost like a test. I was like, okay, so I got a Sherlock Holmes video coming up. It's Sherlock Holmes Day on Friday, and it's Monday, and I was like, you know, can I get some like guidance on this thumbnail? Can I just like have some help on this thumbnail? Maybe the title as well. Maybe you can tell me about the title. And honestly, again, like my heart dropped when I got the response. I'll show you what my original thumbnail was I sent them. And I was just like, what do you suggest? Like, what can you do with this? Do you need me to take more photos so like we can like brainstorm the thumbnail a little bit more, what have you? And he sends me these two thumbnails.
Wow, those are awful. To be clear, I don't think all of these are like good either. I don't know.
Brainstorm the thumbnail a little bit more, what have you?
Is somebody who's like, I don't know, there's so much to thumbnails, right? People who are good at thumbnails make a lot of money because it's hard to make a good thumbnail. I think there's a reason that a lot of thumbnails are approaching the singularity of person with tiny microphone in between two TikToks with yellow text. I'm not surprised that exists. These are bad though for a few reasons. I think the clarity is kind of low. It's kind of hard to make out him. Probably could have increased the feather on the pictures that were taken of him too. You know.
He sends me these two thumbnails.
That one's also bad. I understand the implication with the signs, but the AI photos are gonna turn off a book audience. If you're from that niche, you're not doing that. You can't do that. It's not gonna work.
Oh my god, they're just awful. They are just, in my opinion,
His is probably the best of the three, I would say. I think the text is too low, but because it's going to be covered up by the timestamp of the video. But that's, you know, take your pick.
Have you seen my face? Oh my god, I've never seen a thumbnail of me look so ugly. I'm sorry, but that's diabolical. That is absolutely diabolical. And the title suggestions and the kind of rhetoric that was in this email, it sounded like ChatGPT.
Hey Gavin, hope you're doing well, buddy. Our team sent over a title plus thumbnail pairing suggestions for this upcoming Friday's release, and I want to pass them along for you to look through. Definitely feel free to give notes, thoughts, reactions, or adjustments if anything sparks another direction on your end. These are just suggestions from the team, not a you have to use this situation by any means, haha. The attached images will correspond with the pairings below. Number 1 is thumbnail text, Are You Serious? Title, Sherlock Holmes is way different than I expected. That's not a bad title, honestly. It might be a little long. It might get truncated if I'm talking about this real talk style, okay? Let's see. The team felt this one was one of the strongest overall because of broad appeal. Okay, the team. Dude, Claude, make a thumbnail. Make no mistakes. Never read it. Sherlock Holmes fans might hate me for this. That's a good title. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good title. It's very divisive. You know, that kind of shit encourages people to click. I'm sorry, it does.
It did. And I was like, this is the first thing I'm asking for help for like a tangible thing I'm asking for help. And this sounds like ChatGPT.
I don't know. I can't really put myself in the head of a YouTuber who is asking a partnership manager for advice on a video like that. It's very strange. I would never do that. There's like actually specific people who are like experts that you would probably contact for this in the industry now.
And this, honestly, I'll show you the screenshot on the screen. It sounds like ChatGPT, and I don't want to accuse people of using AI.
I don't even know what counts. You know, I mean, it's like the general ideas are like there's no God, I'm drawing a blank on what that long couldn't be me, Diesel. Yeah, I know. Wow, Diesel, you're so like understanding. It's just not something that you usually do, man. I just don't usually see that. Usually what'll happen when I work with like a sponsor or something is that they might get offended by a title or thumbnail and then ask me to change it, or they might have comments on the ad read, but they don't really talk about the packaging very much for a video. It doesn't usually happen. But there are people who like, yeah, that thing. I forget what that thing is. Yeah, I forget. Damn, I should fucking remember, dude. Fuck. I'm drawing a blank, dude. I fucking brain rot. It's killing me. Like, it doesn't have any of that. It doesn't have things that clearly pointed out to me. I think a lot of people type like ChatGPT. I would say. I think that if you're like a corporate white collar Andy, I think that you might actually just talk like ChatGPT. I think that is a possibility. The M dash, wow. Dude, I'm chopped.
I think that's exactly what happened here. And again, it left a really bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't want to work with someone who's using ChatGPT. I don't want to be using someone who's using AI for these suggestions. So,
he's definitely using AI in the thumbnail background, that's for sure. So maybe it is ChatGPT.
Wanted actual help. I need help. You know, I wanted something, and that's not what I got from this. It's not what I got from this. And my heart again dropped. It plummeted. And this was on May 20th. Then the next thing I asked for help with was the audio salad scam. Them take the money. And I give him.
It's more like ChatGPT. Yeah, actually, it's more like ChatGPT talks like corporate. Yeah, That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah.
All the screenshots and everything. He's telling me things I already know. The good news is the video is currently monetized and normally continues to generate revenue. I know. Oh my God, I know. I have access to my studio. I know this. So again, I was just like, okay, the two things I've asked for help with, they're taking 10% of my money from April. They're taking 10% from June. And if I even get any of my money back, I'm genuinely concerned I'm getting nothing. I'm genuinely concerned they've taken everything. And they're going to continue to take everything. There is a thing in my YouTube studio that says revoke access from Studio 71. If I click that button before the contract is terminated, they can hold my money. I feel like they're going to hold it anyway. And still, they're able to take from it right now. And I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I also panicked about getting paid as well. There was a whole thing.
It seems very... And here's another thing where it's like, I obviously... Okay, if you guys have been sitting around a long time and you know, the FPS Diesel channel was tied up with an MCN that was supposed to do a lot of the things that this guy is talking about, and they never did, so I just never asked for anything. But the cut that I got was different from the regular cut that YouTube would give, right? Because they were large enough that their creators had different splits than the usual YouTube ad rev. Because YouTube ad rev is 60-40. I was on like an 80-20 split, which is crazy. Like some crazy fucking split. But then they stopped paying us, right? So I had to like leave. So I reviewed the contract after I found out I wasn't making any money. And they weren't holding up their end of the bargain, so I could leave and then arbitrate for my money back, and then they just paid me. And I was able to leave. But the channel doesn't make any money, so I was like, all right, well, the cost benefit analysis of making content on FPS Diesel just outweighed every single thing I could do, you know?
At the start of June, when I was like...
Anyway, that's why there just hasn't been a video, and I can't really... I have a video written, I can't justify the labor to myself when I'm so busy, you know? I know that seems really crazy, but it's like, I can't justify the labor to myself. I'm also not as passionate about drama content. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
I got paid a little bit from Google AdSense, but that was because when I signed the contract on April 14th, I got paid from April 1st to the 13th or something like that. So, and I panicked at first. I thought, oh my God, have I been hacked? Has my money been stolen? And like Josh did like calm me down. He was like, hey, you have been hacked. We have your money. It comes through us now. This is the statement.
Yeah, that fucking sucked. That fucking sucked. It did, absolutely.
And like I even said like how anxious I was about that whole prospect. I did. And this was again at the very start of June. And all the stuff that was happening with Adam McIntyre and all of the drama stuff happening with them, that only happened last week. That only started happening last week. You only like run
an entire business. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do like making content. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I do like making other things. I've realized that I actually really enjoy writing. That's probably my favorite process. If I could just be a writer, I think I would. Because it is the thing that I complete the most when it comes to making videos. Like, I finish many more scripts than I do videos.
All of these issues, problems I've had.
But yeah, it's very hard to like work on content and then also do the labor that I do because it's really intensive.
Going on since I signed that goddamn contract, and I'm just absolutely so.
This guy is getting buyer's remorse for signing this contract, dude.
Trying to get out of this contract. I am. I'm trying so hard to get out of this contract. And I sent an email to Josh on the 14th of June, and that was 4 days ago. All of the stuff was happening with Adam McIntyre online as. Yeah.
Let's see. So that's him responding. Hope you're doing well. I can see you've been really busy. I do apologize for adding more to yours in Studio 71's plate. I'm also no way to assume opportunities or working together would be a quick process. I only signed a Studio 71 contract 2 months ago. But today I'm wondering if we could have a mutual agreement to terminate the contract early. Oof, not going to be super easy. Firstly, I do take blame for not being more vocal in my experience, my expectations of what this partnership would entail and what I would be getting out of it. I am begging YouTubers to read their fucking contracts. Let's see. And I should have absolutely asked more questions before signing the contract on the 14th of April. I know you were in a dark place, but okay, guys, YouTuber 101. I shouldn't have signed that contract with Omnia at 18. I didn't really have any problems for many years with Omnia. I really didn't for many, many years. It was a great partnership. They gave me a free licensed Epidemic Sound. They gave me everything I could have needed for making my content. I was in like a creator network, so like I could reach out to other folks in my niche. But you know, when the contract ended up going belly up, I read through it and I saw that they didn't meet the clause, and so I could just walk away. You know, doesn't help that they were definitely could have been on the receiving end for a class action lawsuit. But many of those YouTubers are fucking buffoons. Okay, there was like a multi-million-dollar class action that could have happened, but because the YouTubers are stupid, dumb idiots, they didn't. Which is why you just had to walk away.
So I do apologize for adding more TOs and Studio 71's plate. I also in no way assume opportunities or working together will be a quick process.
Let's see. Thank you for seeing something in me when you reached out months ago, and I get carried away with the ideas and possibility that could come from this. I think I made it clear in our early meetings that I want to focus on growing my channel and making the best videos I can possibly make without changing who I am as a person as my primary goal. I do love the idea of potentially getting my videos onto other platforms for an additional revenue stream, as well as more eyeballs on the content I love to make, but I've taken some time to think about things since our previous call, that I would rather just stick to YouTube and growing there independently. Here's the thing, stuff like, what's that YouTuber streaming platform? Things like that'll reach out to you if you're making content that's good enough. You know, you don't need a liaison third party to do that for you. I'm sure you can, but you don't need it. And there's not many other platforms that your content's going to be going. I guess TikTok, but again, a lot of this stuff is all stuff you could do on your own. I was hopeful that after you told me the team have done an optimization report of my channel, that the call would have been about my actual channel, where I can improve specific content I should focus on, which ways I can grow, etc. The optimization report ended up being completely different than what I expected. I understand the business perspective that brand and identity is a major player, and I should have said that in the moment, but Mr. Rogers' Blue Clue suggested identity branding. Could it be further from who I am as a person or the videos I want to make? I go to scary locations to read horror books. I solve Agatha Christie books dressed as a character called Slagatha Christie. I vlog my experience reading books, and there's a whole lot of rude humor. I'm making it all the way through Stephen King's books, and a lot more. I just have no clue where any of the suggested branding would come into that. Yeah, that does seem like a branding mismatch. That seems like they put the optimization report through AI. Sure, he could have strong branding, but I think his channel name is already pretty good for that. God, that's a really funny one. Talk about like an awful cut of the deal, dude. Holy shit.
Says I only signed the Studio 71 contract 2 months ago today, but I'm wondering if we can come to a mutual agreement to terminate the contract early.
Let's see.
So the long list of video plans and current series that I do, and are the few things on my channel that are popular. I thought maybe the report would be like, this series you do is popular in the niche.
The merchandise ideas and everything sounded absolutely fine, though again, I'm sure I did at one point say those kind of things isn't really my focus. Well, okay, I'm gonna say this. You need stuff that people want, because you can't rely on YouTube AdSense, as I'm sure you're aware. And yeah, those thumbnails are terrible.
To me, and that is my channel and making videos for my audience. Hopefully that sounds agreeable, and if you could let me know that.
God, I've seen from your Instagram stories of recent online discussions regarding your behavior with the specific people online. This guy's job is being impacted by this dumb bullshit. This is really funny. If you're a YouTube partner manager, you probably shouldn't be getting in YouTube beef. You probably should just not. It's actually crazy. There's no universe where that is okay.
That would be great. Hope you're having a good day, Gavin. And I do get a response. Up, I said.
Oh, I will say though, him bringing up Joshua David Evans' drama, where he's like, so this guy's like, I would like to get out of our contract. Also, I know you're being a huge bitch online. This guy is gonna fucking take him for all he's worth now. Now Joshua David Evans is going to be an asshole.
Let me know if there's any.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Let me know if you did anything on my end. Thanks, Gavin. That's funny. That's funny. to just completely ignore it. Hope you're doing okay. If you could get a moment, let me know the next few steps on offboarding are. This is a relatively quick process. Do I need to sign anything? Do I need to remove access to my studio? Just remove access, dude. Just remove access. Just remove it.
Anything I can do on my end, I appreciate it. That was the 14th of June. I heard nothing. I heard nothing again from that. So I follow up again on the 16th of June, 2 days later. And again, I'm giving him 2 days to respond. And I feel like that's enough. When he's my YouTube manager, I feel like that's enough time to give. I say, hi, Joshua. Hope you're doing okay. If you got
God damn. Well, Sunday not responding is, I mean, it's not a work day, but yeah. And then Joshua he changes his shit. Hey, Gavin, I understand why what you've seen online would make you incredibly uncomfortable. If I were only viewing this situation through a limited lens of drama channels and commentary videos, I'd probably feel shocked and angry too. Uh-oh. The only reason this is happening is because Adam never told me. Oh my God. Is this on a personal email that he's sending this or his work email? Because the PFP changed. Is he actually sending that on his work email? If he's sending that on his work email, this is hilariously unprofessional. There's no reason for this to be happening. Wow. This is unprofessional. I reached out privately. He could have said it was a bad idea. He ranted on a video in a live stream without ever communicating with me after years of being chill with one another. Okay, what surprised me wasn't your reaction. It was that after all the conversations we've had and the rapport we've built, your first instinct was to criticize everything we've discussed and presented me and our conversations in a way that feels emotionally reactive rather than grounded. This guy is such like a... Every time this guy is on the back foot or does something, he's immediately being like, I thought we were bros. I thought we were bros. I thought we were bros. Literally all the time. Everything. This guy is going to his client. Okay? This is a work thing. This is not your fucking friend, dude. Okay? This is somebody that you serve as a partner manager. Okay? And he's one of your clients. All I've ever done is treat you with kindness. The reality of this situation is far more nuanced than the version currently being presented online. Okay, listen, you're the manager. He's a client. You need to be talking about him and his relation to you. To be like, okay, I understand that you didn't like any of our optimization report or our brand identity report that we built with you. I understand your frustration with these things and that you don't feel that the thumbnail was reasonable. I understand that you want to leave. Could it be possible that I could take this back and I could have the team work on a new optimization report or another way to make amends and make this amenable to you? As for the things going on in my personal life, I apologize that you had to see those. I could always transfer you to someone else in our YouTube partnership program so that way you could have a new manager. If that would make you feel more comfortable. Basically doing things to try and keep him from leaving the contract, right? Don't talk at length about your personal bullshit over a work email. Focus it on your client so that way they can feel fulfilled. Why am I describing how to act as an appropriate career-focused individual to a man who's in his 40s? I don't know, but it's very clear that my answer is way better than his. Oh my God. Why he doesn't Gavin doesn't care about the reality of the situation, right? Gavin is worried about his personal bag. Okay, this is a business thing. Why are you trying to be like, I would give you the full context and timeline? This is not your friend, Joshua David Evans. God, fucking insanely the deep coded. That said, I genuinely respect your position. If you decided you'd like to exit the agreement, I could absolutely make that happen. I just need a little time. These decisions aren't made by me alone, and an abrupt contract termination requires conversations with people responsible for approving those requests. Okay, so an email like this actually strengthens Gavin's position, by the way, because of how unprofessional it is. So this guy is actively like doing a awful job at retaining a client. Like, if we're talking about client retention at a business like a YouTube management company, this is exactly what you don't do. This is awful. For what it's worth, this has been a very difficult and personal situation for me. If you've ever taken the time to watch my interview with Swoop, you probably noticed pretty quickly that the way this... Oh my God. Oh my god. What makes this especially frustrating is that none of this started as some dramatic conflict. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I don't believe the situation is nearly... This guy is so fucked. This is bad. This is the most unprofessional shit ever. There's no universe where you should be talking about the drama that you've been in with your fucking ex-wife to a client at your job. Holy shit.
That's me. Honestly, just...
That's crazy. Hi, thanks for letting me know a little bit more, but the online drama was really only a footnote in the email I sent. I don't even think you needed to... Listen, let's not play our hand early, man. Let's not play our hand early. So here's what we do, Gavin, right? Here's the thing. You found out that your manager was actually this little cretin on the internet. What you do is you have to sit down with management and try and get your contract terminated in a way that doesn't leave you on the receiving end of money, right? How much funnier would it be? Well, not just funnier, it would actually just be better if you're sitting down, you're talking about the issues you have with your specific agreement, and then you go, oh yeah, and my partner manager is constantly arguing with people online, and that makes me feel uncomfortable, and like you can't meet the needs that I need with our business partnership. You know, just to really lay it on thick in front of upper management in front of him. Okay? Like, this is one of those things that I would probably play close to the chest and save it for negotiations, all right? I think it would really behoove a lot of YouTubers to get really well educated in business, especially negotiations.
I understand you're busy and you have events coming up, but I would appreciate being kept in the loop about this. I really do, because again, I feel like I'm in such a dark about everything about my life. And again, this is my livelihood. This is everything to me. This is my job.
I also think that your channel is way too small for you to be banking on it as your job, but that's also, you know, my personal opinion on that. Oh boy. Can't wait. I need to see his response. They will offboard your channel Monday and you'll receive an email notification to the one associated with the account confirming it. You'll just need to hop over to the earnings tab and make sure it's turned back on. I'll email when they confirm it's been released just to follow up. Thank you for reaching out to the other department, by the way. I ended up leading to a really productive conversation about your channel and its future. And it was clear it was best to part ways as soon as possible. Had to block you on IG, unfortunately. I started feeling pretty uncomfortable. This guy is actually insane. Oh my god, what an unprofessional person. What an insanely unprofessional person. I had to block you on IG, unfortunately. I started feeling pretty uncomfortable with how closely you seemed to be following my stories and personal life. You posted online, you stupid fuck. Especially given how much contempt you expressed towards me. This can't be the only client he's lost lately. He's had to have lost other clients, right? Like this is so unprofessional. There's no way this guy doesn't have a low retention rate. His productivity markers are probably really bad. I'm sure you understand, Gavin. Hopefully this frees up some energy for things that bring you a little more joy than keeping tabs on me. What a little weasel, dude. What a little weasel. What an unprofessional email. Absolutely insane to say that, man. Oh my god.
Especially given how much contempt you've expressed toward me. I'm sure you understand, Gavin. Hopefully this frees up some energy for things that bring you... Ever sent someone as your client and that's your response?
I am speechless. I've just sent you the most vulnerable email I've ever sent someone as your client, and that's your response. I've followed you on Instagram for years. You kept posting stories. You kept popping up in the front of my carousel. Of course I was going to click on the stories. There's no...
I followed you on...
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. He took partner as partner manager way too... Yeah. There's another 30-minute video on this.
Both of my cats.
Oh my god, cat alert, cat alert. Oh boy. Let's see, I just want to read the emails. Hi, Gavin. My intern should have sent over a Zoom invite for Friday the 15th at 8 p.m. BST. Can you just confirm it works on your end? I'll make sure everything's locked in. Look forward to going everything with you. Works for me. Accepted the invite. Looking forward to chatting on Friday. Hope you have a great day. So this is... hey, Gavin. Fixated has us in a tizzy. I got to push tomorrow's meeting. Sorry, man. The merge has us in one of those mandatory company-wide everyone drop everything and learn all the new system days, emails, training, switching platforms. This guy needs to stop talking about personal internal shit at his company as well. There's no fucking reason for you to be talking about that with the client. Just be like, I need to push the meeting back. I hope we can reschedule to another date. We have some things that came up that require my immediate attention. Stop bitching about your work in a work email to a client. Unprofessional. There's no reason. Switching platforms, the whole corporate circus I usually try to stay far away from as humanly possible. This guy should be fired. This is I would 100% be sitting down in front of him if I was his boss and going over appropriate procedures and conversations with clients, because this is something that you would get reprimanded for at your job, dude. Are you open Monday or Tuesday instead? I'm wide open both days and we'll work around whatever time is easiest for you. Really sorry for the back and forth here. Appreciate your flexibility. Thanks, man. Oh my god. All of this is really taking a toll on me, which is say to such a... Oh, this is from the BuzzFeed stuff. Oh my god. So the creator services finally reaches out. Hey, Gavin, first and foremost, we want to sincerely apologize for this situation. This guy has to be getting reprimanded by his boss. This is what they're about to give him is a good exit, right? First and foremost, we want to sincerely apologize for this situation. More importantly, we want to make sure you're aware that you'll receive 100% of the revenue generated from your channel. In addition, we'll be refunding your 10% commission back to you as well. Good. That's exactly what needs to happen. You will still receive 2 more payments from us. The one from July 1st, and the final payment will be made on August 3rd. The first of the month falls on a weekend. What you experience is not something we take lightly, nor is the representative of standard we strive to uphold to our creators and partners. As a gesture of good faith, we've already released the channel, recognizing that our partnership had only recently begun. The only thing we would request is that you consider removing or setting the video to private. I'm not surprised that this company wants that, actually. I'm not surprised at all. While we understand your frustrations and respect your right to share your experience, this video doesn't just reflect on your manager. It impacts the broader organization and many dedicated people who work hard every day to support our creators. We don't believe it fully represents the values, intentions, or efforts of the team as a whole. This guy should get fired. Josh, spoiler alert, Josh got fired. How do you know he got fired? Did he talk about it? Did he talk about how he got fired? I would absolutely fire him. This is such a humongous reputational hit that he gave a company because he is too fucking stupid. Again, we sincerely apologize for what occurred, and we appreciate you taking the time to hear us out. If you're open, we'd love to speak to you directly, discuss everything further. We completely understand if you prefer not to, but the offer stands. If you need anything in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out. God. So it was him who talked about it. Okay. God. He made a PowerPoint video about it? Okay. The offices are closed Monday due to Juneteenth. Your channel will be officially off-boarded Monday. I need to go watch this video from him. I need to go watch this video. Oh, God. I need to see that. Please, please, please. Is it? No fucking way. Okay. I spent years of my life making videos. Not because of some grand plan, because I saw this VHS camera as a kid and was captivated. I created things every day. Okay. I don't know if the video's copyrightable music. When I discovered YouTube back in 2008, it felt like I finally found a place in the world. Over time, it became my identity. What you've seen of me has shifted over the years, often being filtered again through clips, commentary, and interpretation. You act like the worst kind of person ever. What are you doing? I've always known my perspective. Oh my God. Yeah, Josh. Recently, I was in early talks about participating in a documentary, and nothing was finalized. It seemed genuine and also worth considering. I reached out to Adam in good faith, no response. It changed and completely caught off guard, and yada, yada, yada. We all know about this. I let my fear take over, and I said and posted things I shouldn't have. I was far too rude, especially to Gavin. Gavin, I'm sorry. Dude, it's like a evil Adult Swim bumper. Gavin, I'm sorry. I spoke to you out of anger and panic instead of remaining professional. My work life and my private life collided, and I didn't handle it well. You didn't deserve that. What I said wasn't true, and I should have never said it. I believed you. I believed in you from the start and still do. This guy is such a cornball. God, fucking one view Andy, fucking the deep coded head ass. If anyone should benefit from this entire chaotic situation, it's the one person whose work actually brings something positive to the world. That's you, and I mean that completely. Oh my God. Oh my God. To the people I worked with, thank you. You believed in me and gave me the opportunity I'm genuinely grateful for. In a world after being a YouTube creator, it felt like my options were limited. It was all I had known for so long. I didn't know what else I could realistically do. When the opportunity came to work in creator management, it felt like the most natural next step. I thought maybe I could be good at it too. Oh no, he got fired. Looking back, I now see the documentary and being a YouTube manager is very differently. I think I believed I had no choice but to stay connected to this world. Like I had to walk away from being a creator, but I still carried the weight of it with me simply because I couldn't imagine my life without it. I tried to make it work. I clearly didn't. For those wondering, yes, I no longer work at Studio 7-1 anymore. Oh, shit, dude. No shit. This guy got fucking fired. Losing my job was painful, but it gave me something I didn't expect perspective. This guy ruined his life. He ruined his life over literally the dumbest shit possible. Dude, this guy's gonna be picking up to drink something fierce. I realize I don't have to keep finding new ways to work within this online space. I'm not bound to it because of my past, even though I genuinely believed it was the world that would always define me. And because of that, I don't want to keep trying to be understood and valued in it anymore. When I look back, I don't see someone who set out to hurt people. I see someone who tried, someone who cared. Oh my God, what a fucking dude. This guy is such a fucking youth pass through the deep. Oh my God. Some people are looking for truth. They're not looking for context. They're not looking for you at all. They're anxiously waiting to see what parasocial moment they could cling to next, who to be mad at. Oh my God, this guy hasn't learned a single thing. There's been zero introspection. This guy lost his job because of his own actions. Okay? He lost his job because of his own actions, and he's talking about it like it's the random strangers on the internet who caused him to act like an idiot in private emails. He has 1.2 million subs. He used to be married to Colleen Ballinger. That's why. It is time to rip off the final band-aid. I'm okay with letting go. I gave it all I could, and I'm proud of what I tried for so long. At the end of the day, I was just a kid who loved making videos and pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo. That's what I hear. Pee pee poo poo. Thank you for being on the ride with me when you were given a chance. Oh my God, that's the goal. Get back up, do better, try again. Oh my god. It's very obvious the divorce wasn't his choice based on this behavior. Oddly enough, might I add, maybe Colleen Ballinger dodged a bullet, which is saying something. Oh my god. What an absolute tool, dude. Well, that was rough. That was rough. Anyway. I'm going to bed now. So, let me go do that. The fucking heat wave is kicking my ass, man. Anyway, hopefully it's not kicking your ass. All right, I'm out of here.